Straight up out a movie, love the way you move me. Baby's got a voice and when she talks it feels so soothing. Angel from above, got me falling so in love. And I'm waiting for the crash. I hate this so much. Can we just not write a song about a girl? I've been getting burnt out on every single verse about her waistline and those curves and daddy's money and her bank account. It all sounds the same thing, my day just went to waste. I write about a girl that's fake just to get paid.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It is another episode of Nerdy Live in the Morning. Joining me, as always, it is the OG herself, the Senator of Sass. It is Squatch, and how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, John. Good morning. Good morning, chat. How are you guys doing? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
I think I've talked about this before. Work always a bit finicky when it comes to having a proper schedule when it comes to live streaming. So you will be getting a show today, and then a show Thursday. And don't want to give anything away just yet, but if everything goes according to plan, Thursday should be a very interesting show. Yes. So, before we get into anything, though, I did want to give a little shout out because, oh my god, this person does amazing art. It is
I love Top Tomato.
the Top Tomato, and she just abruptly said, "Hey, Nerdy John, can I do artwork of you?" And I'm like, "Sure." Here it is, right here. Look at some chibi design.
Nice. I love her stuff.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, guys, if you can, go give Top Tomato a follow. She's available for commission work, so if you guys want some art done, feel free to go and get that. Well, tomorrow is your birthday, Jacob. Very nice, very nice.
Mm-hmm. And Moogle does not have coffee.
Whoa.
That is...
Slow down the brakes.
Yeah, pump the brakes, yo.
Yeah. You're watching Nerdy Live in the Morning without a caffeinated beverage? Okay, guys, it doesn't have
That's
to be...
poor form.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be coffee. I know the Peepaw Club, it's coffee exclusive. We welcome all caffeinated drinkers here. Tea, energy drinks, coffee, pre-workouts, especially the G Fuels, because we're all gamers here, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of hashtag gamers, so
he puts the gay in gamer.
yes,
not gonna lie.
oh my god, very, very gay gamer. So I blame Spectre for this.
Me too. When in doubt, blame Spec.
when in doubt, blame blame the smaller creator. That's always
not just a smaller creator. It's always Spectre. We always blame Spectre for everything that goes wrong.
Yeah. Spectre could be a million sub YouTuber, and there's something like minute happening in the gaming space. It's his fault.
Yep.
So I saw this tweet from him yesterday. I was a little confused. It says, first of all, say Nux Archive's name, you coward. Second of all, has anyone told you to look in the matter about surrounding your life on D&D? You literally surround yourself with nothing but the Nintendo. I say that's lame as AF. You are limiting yourself, which isn't fair, but oh well. So it's a 38-second clip. Let's listen to what he has to say. And this awesome setup that he has, by the way. Like, all he has is, like, his room light on, nothing, no ring light or anything. I'm gonna guess he's recording this off a phone.
He would have to.
Very old phone, it seems.
Yeah.
You know, this brings me back to the days of, like, when I used to record off of my Samsung S3 when I was, like, 14.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, those were fun times. Fun times.
So people always like to bring up the satanic panic, but in reality, those people had a point. You know.
Wait. So this is the context for this is DnD.
So people always like to bring up the satanic panic, but in reality, those people had a point.
Yeah, Squatch, and the satanic panic. You know, one of the most, like, paranoid,
level-headed movements in all of history. Yeah.
That's Squatch, they had a point. they had a point.
They had a point. Yeah. So, it's too early for me to say what I want to say.
It's okay. We're past the 30-second mark. You can say whatever you want.
Okay. Well, so did Hitler. Have you seen the Autobahn? Okay, that is the greatest invention in all of history. A highway where there is no speed limit, John. This might be my gearhead speaking a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh no.
But I want to drive on it.
Oh no.
You know, people who play D&D were exhibiting weird behaviors. You know, people who played D&D did turn out like Spoonie, right? They refused to work.
What does that mean for
Spoonie?
you?
Spoonie had prior mental illnesses. Like, he wasn't even that big of a D&D guy. He was just, he reviewed video games, dude. What are you talking about? What?
But did he review anything
Technically,
from Nintendo?
Ooh, yes, he did actually. His first couple
And
of
was
videos
it
were on
reviewed poorly? Because that might be where he's coming from.
Ooh.
If this guy gave a poor review of a Nintendo game, he's probably out for blood.
Ooh, true.
Real jobs. They spend their days just
Actually, you want to know a fun fact about the creation of D&D?
Sure.
So the creator of D&D, like, it was a homebrew game that him and his friends made up. And, like, obviously, like, I don't know if you've ever played D&D, but a good session takes a couple of hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he go home for a little bit after work, and then he go to his friend's place for hours at a time. His wife thought that he was cheating. So she follows him into the house, and then she discovers in the basement their early version of D&D.
It's 14
Oh,
pages!
Jesus.
Oh.
And then what happened?
And then D&D was born.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
I mean, with the relationship.
I mean, as far as I know, it's still solid.
Okay, perfect.
Pigeon
That's
with a 5. Remember during the Satanic Panic when they would call Pokemon and Smurf satanic propaganda? Don't know if this Nintendo fanboy would appreciate that. Well, I mean, you know, they got a point. Like, imagine, like, dedicating yourself to, like, a virtual creature. That sounds satanic to me. Let's finish the rest of this.
languishing in like former glory.
He's flailing around like the Numa Numa guy.
I know, homo.
Had when they were 15. Okay.
You know, with AI now, it's possible to recreate that.
Oh God.
Like their entire
I
identity.
I'm just saying.
I'm glad I don't know how.
You folks, those of you who know AI, take this clip. Do what you do.
Yeah.
Revolves around Dungeons and
Make this guy do the Numa Numa dance.
And you want to know something funny? I'm guessing he's a big fan, or at least he's been talking about it a lot on his timeline, about Warhammer. Because Warhammer is in a bit of a controversy right now. They added...
The most stupid controversy. Oh no, not female things to paint.
Yeah, well... I'm more concerned about because I guess they redid the rules for this unit. Like now it's all messed up.
Well, no, if you're gonna change the rules, no, like just
yeah. Well, so the reason
add the thing within the rules.
Yeah. Initially, I'll explain it a bit to you. So like the faction that they added female units to. Initially is like a male-only unit. Maybe this is just because I'm a casual fan. I can't find myself too enraged by it. Now, if it starts like how bad Nerdy John, well, like I'm just saying, like he's talking about how bad like tabletop games are, right? I'm sorry.
Is it because you have to have friends to play tabletop games with?
Oh, probably.
Is this what we're coming down to? Harmon has no friends, so he rages on the internet.
Yeah. And like also too. Like, buddy, do you not know that Warhammer 40K is like a tabletop game first and foremost? In fact, there are games of Warhammer 40K that take longer than your average session for a D&D. Like, oh my god, there's actually like a really cool battle going on right now with a guy who has like the largest orc army, and it's like taken months to like do the initial moves. I don't think they're like I don't even think they're in the battle phase yet.
They're still just setting up their forces.
Yes, it's
Oh god.
listen, listen, to nerds like me, that's cool, okay? To nerds like me, that's cool. Well, especially when you know like how expensive orc armies are, because it's a horde army. And like the
Mm-hmm.
pieces, a lot of the pieces are kind of old. My devil advocate lore. 40k world has been in a constant state of war for those of how long. They're starting running low on the boys. Yeah. Also too, I think they explained in like the new lore for this that like they manipulated the gene seed so that way women can become custodians. Because how you become like a space marine / custodian is you have to be injected with the gene seed to like mutate your body and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy doesn't know
I blame
D&D and
Keffels.
Warhammer stuff. You're playing Keffels. Yeah. Well, so like this is a
Bathtub
weird.
seed.
This is the weird thing with Warhammer. Is like you'll get two sides of the community that are like weirdly wholesome, and then ones that are like weirdly aggressive. Like I've seen like the cutest designs for Space Marines where they have cat ears, they're like brightly colored, and it's like really wholesome. And then like there was an actual incident where someone painted their Space Marines to resemble the Third Reich, and was wearing Third Reich um markers on his jacket. And he was it was one of those situations where like technically he didn't break the rules of the game, but people refused to play him, so he ended up having to forfeit or something like that.
Oh, that blows.
Also, we got Spectre in call. Well, Spectre, we'll drag you in just a little bit. I
Yeah, you
do
sit tight, Spec.
sick tight Spectre, murderer of Ghost Shark.
True. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot.
Also, look at these thumbnails. Okay, so like I'm not upset that he's using AI. If you look at someone like DMAX, if you look at channels like Biggest Problem in the Universe, they use
Mhm.
AI in their thumbnails. The issue is he's just making the AI image and he's not like manipulating it so that way it will fit into the
It fits
standard
the
space.
yeah.
It's just 4x3.
I hate it.
I do too. It irks me. It irks me. You might as well just use, because like if we go down here, he's just using like his face.
A still from the video itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you're better off just doing that. This Moist Critical does that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is where that clip stems from. Is this video?
Chanry is displeased.
Oh, Shanry's displeased. Oh no, what have I done?
AI.
Oh lordy, he's using AI. Oh, I mean that makes sense. That makes sense. By the way, guys, and you know who else does commission work? Shanry. She'll do thumbnail art for you, Twitter banner stuff, and for those of you spicy boys, she also does not safe for work.
Yeah,
So,
she does a little cursed art here and there.
yeah. And she is a lovely person and friend.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is right here. Nintendo is... Oh, no. This is a different video. All this stuff looks the same. D&D was
There's
never
just so
good
much.
and is an insult to real fantasy fans. So, boys and girls, you want a little history lesson? So, we all know Final Fantasy, right? Initially, it started out as a Nintendo exclusive property back in the NES days.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Final Fantasy was inspired by D&D?
I did.
Crazy how that happens, right? It's almost like
Yeah.
D&D is influential and isn't an insult to Fantasy's fans. And
Yeah.
it's almost like, the basis of like a D&D game is like the setup for like a lot of Western RPGs.
Almost. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
like you know how like the stat system works and everything, and like even like Dark Souls, D&D inspired. What?
Mm-hmm.
D&D is not and never has been good.
Actually, I know he brought up
Kind of
Spoonie.
like your videos.
Yeah, no, never good, never good.
Yeah.
Speaking
Or
of
your haircut.
oh my, yeah, what is that, dude? Just shave, dude. Just
Yeah,
bite the
just
bullet like me and just shave it off.
commit. Grab your clippers. Take care of it.
Listen, buddy. Okay, I see the problem here. Listen, me and you. Okay, we grab a thing of G Fuel, some pre-workout. Okay, we go to the gym. We get ripped. Okay, then you can show all those D&D nerds what's up.
Okay, it doesn't look like this guy can spell gym, let alone go into one.
Listen, I'm trying to be a little nice here, Squash.
No.
Listen,
I'm
there's
not
hope.
finished my coffee. It's not time for niceties.
There's always hope for everyone.
The idea that
You
this
say that now.
tabletop game is some major influence
Oh, that's right. I need to turn off. There we go. Now we can actually hear this.
on fantasy, on video games, on culture.
Wait. It quite literally is. I mean, Baldur's Gate,
Mhm.
KOTOR, like every single BioWare game, literally like their RPG system, like based off base work
Yeah.
for like a D&D system. That's because they worked on
Mhm.
D&D games.
Yep.
This is
I love me some Dragon Age.
oh yeah,
Oh.
exactly. This is, but no, I wanted to Ultima. The reason why Ultima was a thing to begin with because originally the games were based off of the creators like D&D games.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you got your coffee finally. Good.
Good. Excellent.
in general is laughably stupid. D&D is just a cheap knockoff product heavily influenced by superior fantasy writers like Tolkien.
Rip off. What's it ripping off? Okay, and like using Tolkien. Like Tolkien inspired everything. That's like saying that that's like saying all sci-fi is a rip off of Dune.
Don't give him ideas, John. He'll probably take that and run with it.
Probably. Listen, like, okay, first off, and yes, like D&D, like obviously used a lot of like older fantasy tropes as a setup, and of course, you know, like Tolkien's like the premier fantasy writer, so of course you're gonna use a lot of like the creatures from his world as a setup. But like D&D, for one, has its own lore, and it's not a one-to-one. It's not a one-to-one. This takes me back
Yeah.
to 2009. No, that's like legit. This guy gives me like 2009 vibes. Also, how come I never made Chamad? Make Chamad.
Yeah, that's kind of. There you go, Mitch. Have a wrench.
Yeah, have a wrench. Did this man really just say Tolkien inspired fantasy? Well, like, I think that's like relatively somewhat safe to say, right? I mean, Tolkien, like Lord of the Rings, are like the premier like fantasy series. So it's not like that far off to say, but to say that like D&D is a straight ripoff is just insane.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty far fetched, I guess.
Yeah, I can see not a lot of brain power is used.
D&D is nothing special. The only thing notable about it is that people used to play it in their basements in the 70s, right? When everybody else was like, I don't know,
Well, I mean, most people play it online now.
hanging out at arcades or having fun or like just doing whatever, right? Like D&D is and always has been a complete joke. And
Hey, why does he speak like DSP?
I was thinking that. Oh
It's
God.
it.
Also,
It's like fat nasalier
Yeah.
DSP.
Also too, it's just like Like, I feel like this is like loser strays here, right? It's like, you're a loser. You're a basement dweller for playing D&D. Ignore the fact that I'm a man in my 40s who still loves Nintendo.
Wait, how old is this creature?
I don't know, but I'm gonna guess 40s. He looks like he's in his 40s.
Bruh.
But it's just like, they ignore the fact that I'm a fully grown man, fat on my couch, talking about Nintendo. And listen, okay, I have no problem with that. Listen, I still watch Angry Video Game Nerd occasionally, okay? And that's a man well into his 40s talking about Nintendo stuff. But, like, this is basically like, I'm less of a loser than you are. You're more of a loser than me. That type of deal. Like, buddy, listen, the video game nerds aren't exactly the jocks, okay? We're still all under the umbrella of we're gonna get shoved into the locker, and if we're too fat to get shoved into the locker, we're getting swirlies.
Yep.
But you know what? We left Spectre.
No.
That's
Spectre, no.
Spectre, good sir, how are you today?
You're not serious.
Oh, good morning. I am very excited for this.
Wait, because he's the love child of DSP and Synthetic Man? And
Synthetic Man? Yeah.
Wait, isn't that the dude who was like, black women in my video games?
Yeah, with his political opinions, he could get put on a watch list.
I mean, like, he looks like a rip-off cord ring.
I mean, he did make a video about how he said that they should legalize abortion so that stupid sluts can stop voting Democrat. Yep.
This guy is 29 years old.
Yep.
Ain't no way that man's been laid.
That's a rough 29.
That's a
Bruh.
I have been told that he's 29, but I have no confirmation yet. But if that's the case, he looks worse than me, and I'm 25.
Listen, okay, I'm 22, and most people say I'm in my 30s, but at least I have the radio voice to compliment it.
Look, I'm close to 25 years old, and I look like I'm in my 40s. So
You don't look that bad, Spec.
I know, but like,
anyway,
also too, you're not like women.
Oh yeah, no. It's,
Sometimes he is.
Yeah.
Just gotta catch him on the right day.
Than he is like.
Oh, trust me. But no, this guy I've been following for the last couple months, or for a long time. Like Squatchin and K-Hug both know how much I've been following this guy.
Oh yeah.
And watching his shit, because everybody's got the dark vipers. This guy is my dark viper. He doesn't strike down other people's channels, but the way he conducts himself on the internet is so hilarious.
Oh
where he
God.
constantly spends
He goes outside.
Yeah, Moogle said to watch some of his shorts. Let's watch this real quick.
Oh, his YouTube. Oh, there's one YouTube short where you know how Yuzu shut down?
Yeah.
Okay, so he did a YouTube short directly after hearing about the news of him just wearing a Mario hat and his leather jacket, just standing there looking at the screen while having Sabaton in the back.
All right. Let's listen to why the iPhone is better than a gaming PC.
Oh no!
iPhones are a more accessible.
I think that did that just come out?
Hey, 1 second. Let's play.
Anything you can play on PC, an iPhone can emulate that. And what's
Excuse
more is that social media features are more readily available
that had
on
just
the
come.
iPhone.
Oh, okay.
iPhones are a more accessible gaming PC. Anything you can play on PC, an iPhone can emulate that.
Oh, wait, emulation? I thought you were anti-piracy.
He is.
Also, too, can
Does
you
he
imagine
not
Baldur's
see the
Gate
problem with
running
It's
on an
14
iPhone?
pages!
Oh my God. Pigeon with a 10. He's also made a video defending Activision Blizzard, saying that all of the women making allegations are lying for money. He has also made a video saying George Floyd. Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a comment for Tyrone to read, and Tyrone only.
Yeah. I mean, Tyrone probably would agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, no, but he has done that. I don't know where it is. It probably was deleted, but yeah, that's a thing.
All right. Also, Moogle Fantasy. Oh, let's all have a big.
Brutality!
Yo, Moogle. Seems like we have
Hey,
a
Moogle.
very, very fun subject here.
I know, dude. Long time no talk. How you been?
Oh, I've been great, man. Been great,
Awesome,
discovering the
awesome,
gaming
awesome.
Spergs.
Yeah. How's everyone else in here?
I'm doing good.
I'm in a good mood because they're talking about my favorite lolcow.
Dude, I've been following this guy for years. So I remember this guy actually was in a gaming thing that I was in a long ass time ago, and he has not changed at all.
I didn't
Like,
think so. That doesn't shock me.
He always collectively defended the Wii U. Yes, the Wii U.
Okay,
I
okay.
remember
The Wii U was actually one of my. I actually liked the Wii U when I was a kid, though.
Okay. So you're gonna laugh at this. I know we're completely derailing this a little bit, but this made me laugh. He made a video saying the Wii U outsold the Steam Deck.
Yep.
Listen.
Yeah.
I love the Wii U. I love the Wii U.
Over the
One-
course of its
one-
lifetime versus.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. That's not a good argument because the Steam Deck in like 2022 sold like 1.6 million units, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Wii U in its lifetime sold what, like 15 million units?
Yeah, about
and
14,
it was
15
out for like
million.
10. Yeah, it was
Mhm.
out for what, like 8 years?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's like saying,
Well, also too,
Well, no,
we
that
have to think.
doesn't
We
make
have to think
sense.
of the market
Never
for
mind.
this too, because like the gaming, the Steam Deck is like, it's very particular. It is kind of expensive compared to like your average console, depending if you want like
Mhm.
all the bells and whistles, right? But like,
Yeah.
listen, listen. I loved the Wii U. I think it had some good exclusive games. The issue with the Wii U is it was not marketed correctly. Outside of first party games, it had no game support whatsoever. And you know what the Steam Deck has? It has all of your
A lot of things.
It has all your Steam games. I've seen people being able to emulate it with different software.
Yep.
You can
Yep.
actually take it outside to play.
Yep.
So, John, I would agree with you, except for the fact that a lot of the Wii U games now are on Switch. So it's just
No,
doesn't
yeah,
really
exactly. Yeah. But like it like I'm talking in terms like when it was still like the new Nintendo console.
It had great ideas, just wasn't executed properly.
No, yeah.
If that's like maybe the best general way to explain it. I will say the one thing that I liked about the Wii U is I can play Wii games on it.
Yeah.
And homebrew was like really good on it too. You could like hack that thing. You could fucking throw anything you goddamn could throw at it. It was actually awesome.
Yeah. So let's watch some of these other shorts, like, cause oh my god, these are gold mines.
Yeah, no, I had to tell you, bro, because like this man's shorts are. You thought his videos were fucking atrocious.
The shorts are hilariously bad.
Yeah, the shorts are even worse. He made a
Like
video
I said,
saying, "Oh, sorry."
yeah, like I said, there's literally a YouTube short where when Yuzu shut down and he literally has Careless Rex from Sabaton in the background and it's just him standing there.
He's wearing a Mario hat.
First off, how
It's
dare you
literally
ruin
him just
Sabaton
standing
like
there.
that? That is a glorious metal band.
Exactly.
bad.
That's what
Really
killed
good
me. I
band.
was like, wow, ruined.
Also, J1K, thank you for becoming a member for the Super Nerd 1. You guys, you can join that, by the way, for
Thank you.
just 99 cents. That's cheaper than the value menu at most fast food places. Also, guys, you know what? I have an iPhone. I actually really like my iPhone. It doesn't. It cannot become a gaming PC. It just can't.
I was about to
Still
say,
can't.
I
Nope.
literally also have an iPhone, and I don't know what the hell this guy is even talking about.
Yeah, nope.
Like,
Nope.
like I've done like smaller emulation on it. Like I've seen it being able to emulate some 3DS games, but like other than that,
But
it's
not full fledged. But it's
PC
not gonna
games.
run Elden Ring.
Oh, God.
oh yeah, right.
Ain't playing
Well,
Helldivers on that shit.
Oh, I want to see
Right?
his opinion on the Fallout TV series real quick. Let's watch.
Oh god.
Didn't watch it because I hate Fallout. The Mario movie is way better.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
hate Fallout so much.
That makes that
is so much better.
That is the most generalized way of saying I don't like something that I didn't watch.
my favorite is that he had a Sperg out moment when talking about Starship Troopers in a Helldivers 2 video.
Oh no, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I actually have Gara's video on that. We're gonna be watching later. Oh, this
Oh,
is-
dude.
Oh boy.
It's not in Gara's video, but the Sperg out rant that he had about Starship Troopers is basically about how if you read the book that you know that the movie is atrocious. And I'm
Well,
like,
I mean, like,
isn't the
it's been
movie
very-
just a satire of the book in the first place?
Well, it's a very open, like, it's not a secret whatsoever that Paul Verhoeven hated the book. Like, he had someone, like, read it for him, and, like, it was, like, the first page.
Mhm.
So, like, he just took the setup for the initial book, and then just ran from it from there. Also, I'm getting some echo. Who's in?
I think it's from Moogle. I think Moogle.
Is it for me? Oh, my bad. Hold on. let
No,
me
you're
fix
good,
that.
bro. Oh, speaking of, by the way, Squatchin, we gotta fight for some democracy at some
We
point.
do.
At some point.
We do. I haven't played any Fortnite. I haven't played fucking Helldivers in like 2 weeks.
Those bots
Becoming
have
a
come
problem.
back.
All right.
Oh
let's,
fuck, that's right.
Let's continue. Oh, wait,
Yeah, let's move.
What's this? Final Fantasy? Is that
6?
6? Okay, Final Fantasy 6, the greatest of all time. Okay. You know what? I can stand by this statement. Let's see the reason.
I would respect that, except Final Fantasy 9 exists.
I like
best friend
Final
loves
Fantasy
6.
Mystic Quest. Okay, that's the only one I've ever
Oh, fuck
played.
off. You
You
did
see-
not just say.
I like Final Fantasy 3. I like Final Fantasy 5 because I'm a big fan of like the class systems.
Oh, 5 is fucking fantastic. Have you played the Pixel remaster? They
I
like
have
fixed
not.
a lot of issues in that game. Oh my god.
I've been wanting to get the Pixel remaster games for a while. Also,
really
Final
good.
Fantasy 7, solid choice. Both
Yeah.
original and remake.
Final Fantasy VI is an all-time classic and one of the best RPGs ever made. It's such a shame that they made Final Fantasy VII a PlayStation exclusive.
There we go.
Is that the
Yup.
issue? Is that the issue?
PlayStation W.
Wait, you
Oh
can
my-
play. Wait, but that's like a 20-year-old issue. Like you can play it on Nintendo now.
Yup.
This man hates PlayStation, by
Wait,
the
is
way.
it-
I
is
just
it-
want
is
to
it-
point that out.
Is it just like because it was on a PlayStation console that he refuses to play?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, he
Yes.
hates PlayStation. Like, I'm not joking. He
Adapt.
genuinely
Yeah, absolutely.
he hates
What?
PlayStation as much as he hates PC gaming.
Listen, I'm a Nintendo and I'm a Sony guy, right? But that doesn't mean if you hand me an Xbox controller and say, "Hey, let's play some Halo," I'm down for that. I'm gonna need to learn
Exactly.
how to play it, but I'm down for it.
That's what.
I mean,
that's what I mentioned, and that's what I mentioned in my post. Is that dude's literally limiting himself, and that's not fair.
Heck, I used
know,
to
I
go,
mean,
go over
he-
to a friend's house and we would play the Transformers Cybertronian games on his 360. And it was the most fun I ever
dude.
had.
those games are actually
Oh.
really good.
I wish we would
Please
get remasters
put those
of
on Game Pass,
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Oh,
Please.
there we go.
Druckmann will be in debt
Neil Duckman. Okay, here we go.
Stranding 2, forever cementing Hideo Kojima's legacy as being a complete farce.
What? I would love
Because-
it if he
okay.
gave some explanation with his shorts. Herman, let me give you some pointers when it comes to shorts. Okay, first off, if you're gonna talk about a gaming topic, what you want to do is you want to go to CapCut, completely free editing software, by the way. You want to like, use that tool where it removes the background behind you, and then what you want to do is you want to place an image of what you're talking about behind you, so that way people can get an idea of what you're talking about. Also, too,
like what
I
that
know the name is Shorts, but this literally gives me no explanation of why you hate Neil Duckman or Drunkman.
Oh, it's because he hates The Last of Us. Hates it.
I like that we're watching this man fucking like watch his hairline retroactively retreat every fucking video that we watch, bro.
You know what I call that? I called that in the chat. I called it the virgin curl.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
you know
man.
what?
You're not wrong.
Listen, you gotta bite the bullet and just shave it all off. That's what I had to do.
You man.
I mean,
You man.
that's
Do the right thing.
yeah. I was gonna say maybe having shorter hair will benefit him in the long run, but like this clown wig that he's wearing, bro, you got to get rid
It's
of that
literally
shit.
clown, yeah.
Yeah.
The difference between Dragon's Dogma 1 and Dragon's Dogma 2. Okay. Let's Also, he looks so looks like he's holding in a fart. This one.
My dad.
Is that a chin or a cancerous growth?
I don't
My
know.
dad has
It's the
my
Crimson.
favorite,
Sorry, go on.
My dad has one of my favorite nicknames for this guy, Stroke Face,
Oh god,
because he
your dad
constantly
knows
looks
about
like
this
he's having
guy?
a stroke.
Oh no, that's worse.
Yeah, he literally looks like he's having a stroke every time.
It's
They're the
it's Crimson Chin's half retarded stepbrother.
No, I'm Chromothone 10.
Look at his fucking.
Damn. They're the same.
Looks like Jean
Oh,
Favreau when he
they're
was
the
on Friends.
same. They're the
That's a cute
same.
opinion. Did Synthetic Man give that to you?
Oh.
I think I'm the only person in this
Dragon's
call that has
Dogma 2
previously watched Friends, Mitch. We're old.
Hey, I watched Friends before. I literally had a Friends moment with my ex. We were on a break.
Oh, God.
I never even thought about that. He does look like John. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that.
Looks like John Favreau when he was on
Yeah,
Friends.
I didn't even think about that. Oh,
Look at that. Look at that.
I'm such a boomer. I cannot believe I fucking.
Oh, guys,
remember that
pucker
shit.
up. Pucker up, guys.
I would rather drown myself in acid.
When you're taking a selfie for Plenty of Fish, and this is the picture that you come up with.
Guys,
No joke.
I found the new channel emote.
I'd rather jump into a hole than
Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah.
We
It's
technically
that.
didn't watch that.
Dragon's Dogma 2 has failed. Dragon's Dogma.
Okay, well, I would love to see more. I would love to see more.
this is literally all his thumbnails.
Yeah, this is-
all of them. This is literally all his YouTube shorts. All of them.
Like
Yeah, it's like
it's
5
like-
seconds of him shitting on something.
Okay, guys, especially if they're gaming shorts. You know what? You know what helps is if you do a little explanation, a short explanation in your YouTube shorts on why it's failing. Show me some sales figures. Like, usually like you can have like an article in the background being like, Dogma 2 has only sold like this amount of copies, Like
And it's only been out for 2 weeks.
Herman,
Yep.
I can give you some pointers, man. Just hit me up in DMs. I can give you some pointers. Heck, if you want to pay me, I'll edit everything for you.
He's got a YouTube short where he said that Trump is going to win the 2024
Someone's going to
election.
Photoshop a penis onto his face right now.
Oh, for sure,
Oh no!
for sure.
Yes, please.
Tekken
Hey,
8
open
introducing a battle
Boycott Tekken 8. Okay.
pass does nothing but
Oh, fuck
solidify
off,
why
bro.
I will never buy
why?
or support the game.
What's going on with
Have
Tekken?
a battle
okay,
pass.
Tekken 8
I'll-
got a
I'll-
battle
I'll-
pass.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll explain this. So Tekken got a fighter's pass when Eddie came out, and everyone's pissed about it. And granted, I agreed that them monetizing the game when Eddie came out is kind of like a dumb move. But let's be honest here: what fighting game isn't being heavily monetized nowadays?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I mean, yeah,
MK
we're
have a lot
still
of
getting
battle
characters
passes?
from
Like-
Mortal Kombat 1. We're still
So-
getting characters
so-
from
so,
Mortal Kombat
hold on.
1, so
I was gonna say, I'm not even gonna cut you off. So let's take
No,
the
you're good.
same energy that we had when we were bitching about Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, every game that has a battle pass,
Mhm.
and take that and talk about those games too. Don't just fucking alienate Tekken 8 for trying that.
No,
yeah, I'd argue Street Fighter 6 was even worse about it, and I love Street Fighter 6. Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6 was even worse about
Yeah,
that kind of
This
stuff.
man does not flatter himself, by the way. The camera is always the lower. Like, guys, okay, generic positioning for a phone camera. Never have it below
Yeah.
your chin. It's never
No,
do that.
never. Also,
This-
not so
Rule
close.
number one
The
of
closer
taking
you are,
selfies.
yeah, the closer you are to the camera. I've learned this. The closer you are to the camera, the crazier you look. So
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Princess Peach is better than Laura Croft. Oh no, I don't want to.
Well, that's what he said, yep.
I don't.
It-
I don't. Oh no. Oh no.
But Laura has sold more copies of games. I
oh,
own like
that
4 of
reminds
them.
me. That reminds
Princess
me so
Peach
much
is a
of
way
one.
better female.
It's 14
than
pages!
Oh,
How much
14
did,
pages.
Super-
Oh, Pigeon Salad with
Super
another 5.
Princess Peach.
He did not
looks-
just say that.
He looks like a dollar store Dan Schneider fighting Bell. That hairline is falling back more than the Mexican army during the siege of the Alamo. Oh my god.
Oh my! Damn it!
Okay,
Oh.
so through both the Princess Peach games that are out currently, they are collectively about 30 million in sales. The Lara Croft games, however, hold on.
Let's look the.
Sales. So the whole series in
Mhm.
general sold over 95 million units
Yeah, that sounds about
worldwide.
right.
I mean, like for a short period of time, Lara Croft was the face of '90s gaming.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
was gonna say I don't think Princess Peach is gonna dethrone Lara Croft
Croft.
anytime soon
She
in terms of
can
sales,
swim
but you
under the
can't really
ocean.
compare her
She can
to fucking
sing.
Lara Croft.
She can
Like, that's so
figure
stupid.
skate.
my
She
God.
can be a sword fighter, a ninja. She can do more things than Lara Croft ever will. Princess Peach
Wait, is this like
Oh
a
yeah,
versus
yeah.
thing?
She's
What?
is a way better
Yeah, I was gonna say
female
she's
lead
really
than
good
Lara
at getting captured by Bowser. I could tell you
Yeah.
that.
Croft.
Because there wouldn't be
She
like
moved to another
20
country.
fucking Mario games if it weren't for her dumbass.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she spent the last 40 years waiting for a man to save her.
That woman is the epitome of fucking damn.
Great role model right there.
Oh,
It
God,
also,
here we go.
it also reminds me of one YouTube short he did where it was he said that like the reason why there's not many Tomb Raider games anymore is because he says, and I quote, Lara is in bed with my is pregnant with my children.
Oh, ha ha
In a
ha.
YouTube short.
That's like
Ha,
the
ha,
worst
ha.
thing I've ever
Good
heard.
joke.
Ain't no pixels on the face of the planet that would touch
Yep.
you, sir. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Okay, let's
I'm sorry.
watch
Even
this
if
one.
they were
Nintendo-
programmed to, the game would crash.
Yeah, let's watch this one. Nintendo is king.
Nintendo
Here we go.
is king.
Yeah.
Nintendo is
That's it?
king.
Is this-
That's the
is
fucking
That's it.
video.
That's it. Yep.
In other words, I bootlick Nintendo and Daddy Daddy Reggie won't fuck me.
Daddy Moto. Daddy Moto.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, he also said in a video talking about Unicorn Overlord about he says that this is what he said, and I quote, the idea that he is biased towards Nintendo is completely unwarranted.
Okay, that's the thing. He's comparing Unicorn. This is the thing that he's been doing too a lot lately. He's been comparing Unicorn Overlord to fucking Fire Emblem, which
What's
Unicorn
Unicorn
Overlord is
Overlord?
not even. So it's a strategy game, kind of like Tactics Ogre.
wait,
I don't know
wait,
if you
wait.
remember that series.
It's a pixel art game?
Yeah, well, it's basically it's a vanillaware game. I don't know if you are familiar with 13 Sentinels or Odin
yes, I
Sphere
am
or
actually.
Dragon's Crown.
I've been wanting to
Yeah,
play
so-
13
so-
Sentinels for a while.
Yeah, so they made Unicorn Overlord, which is basically like a strategy RPG that's kind of like Risk a little bit.
Ooh.
And so basically they made this game to just kind of like, be unique. And then this motherfucker,
Is it fun?
goddamn, is like, yeah, he's like, oh, it's too much like Fire Emblem. I'm like, does this motherfucker not play any strategy RPG games that are not fucking
No.
Fire Emblem? Like, has he never played Shining Force before? Has he
No,
never
he-
played Fata Emblem of Justice?
No,
Like-
he tried to argue with me about how tabletop RPGs are not real RPGs. And he got
No, I mean,
roasted for it by everybody.
I was gonna
Tabletop
say, that's the-
RPGs are the
that's-
cornerstone of RPGs. What do you mean?
Exactly.
I was about to say,
let
well,
me
that's
find
the title of
tweet.
this
Let me
whole
go find it.
video. That's the
I'll
whole
go find
title of
it.
this video.
Okay, let's continue.
When
Yeah,
are we
keep
getting
going.
a
Yeah, I'm gonna
sequel?
find this.
When are we getting a sequel?
Okay, and the title is Princess Peach Showtime.
When are we getting a sequel? The game just came out.
Dude,
The game just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Herman, buddy, Herman. Walk with me here, buddy. If you want a following, unless it's a meme, and you want like people to take your gaming opinion seriously, have your gaming shorts more than 5 seconds. Please, buddy, for the love of God. I can't gather anything from it other than man-child yelling into the void.
It's afraid. It's afraid!
Okay, gaming journalist right now. It's afraid. He's referencing Starship Trooper, weirdly enough, even though you said he hates that. Like, what are they afraid about? Like, what are you referencing? I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Just as a reminder, Nick Rekieta said last year that he was working on a book. And ever since then, we haven't seen any information about it. I
Oh my
imagine it
God.
doesn't exist. I don't think it's getting written. I don't think he's working on it. It's never going to
Knows what
happen.
he's talking about.
Okay, that's
Oh, that's
more of an
right. This dude
explanation
has
than we
a.
got than anything.
This man hates Nick Rekieta.
That's another thing. This dude despises Rekieta Law.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right.
Princess
Yeah.
Peach Showtime is the anti Conker's Bad Fur Day.
What does that mean? What does that mean? You're just saying words.
Yep.
Can you replay that again?
Yeah. What is that supposed to mean?
Princess Peach Showtime is the anti Conker's Bad Fur Day.
What?
Yep.
What?
Okay, I haven't seen gameplay of the Princess Peach game. Is it a 3D collectathon?
So
I have no idea.
it's kind of like a platformer with like puzzles. It's a unique game. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
But to compare it to fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is a parody of like a fucking ton of pop culture things, like from movies to video games, like everything in between, is kind of like a dumb thing to compare it to, because Conker's Bad Fur Day's gameplay is completely different. It's also made by the Banjo-Kazooie folks. So it's like
that's like me saying Fire Emblem Three Houses is the anti Warhammer Space Marines. Like, they have no correlation. What are you talking about, good sir?
Fire Emblem is basically a copy of Warhammer.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it,
I could see him making that comparison.
guys, if you really think about it, Fire Emblem's been copying Warhammer for years now.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yuzu has been shut down. Rooster Teeth has gone bankrupt, and Gamergate is back. Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's celebrating Gamergate being back. You're like, yeah,
yeah.
finally.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to milk this in 30 other videos that get no views.
Yeah. Listen, okay, listen. From one small content creator to another. Don't think. Oh my god!
Bruh.
I found my golden cow. This is amazing.
Yep. This is why I keep talking about him. It's brilliant.
Oh, Twilight Midnight, you bring up a good point. Fire Emblem has been copying Barbie. Oh, let's continue on with his
And it
Yeah,
does
go ahead.
kind of feel like recently a lot of people have been trying to weaponize D&D to try and ruin
weaponized D&D. How?
This is what
certain
he
other
always
things in
does.
society.
This is
Certain
what
other
he-
things like
This is what he always does. He will create a imaginary boogeyman to justify his talking points.
Okay, love.
Yeah.
The most recent example, I think, being Baldur's Gate 3, in which a lot of people tried to use the D&D license to weaponize it against Zelda. Like, oh, this
Nice against Zelda. What?
my question. What year was D&D created?
Oh god.
19. Let me look. Hold on. Let me go.
Yeah,
look.
because I'm pretty sure Hellfire's father played in the 70s.
John that echo is still there. Yeah. Anyway, you can.
It's Moogle, I think.
Yeah.
Is it still a thing?
Yeah.
It's 1974. 1974 is when it
Oh,
came
it is
out.
1974. Okay, I gotcha.
And when did Zelda come out?
84.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a good 10 years.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
I turned my mic down.
Oh, okay.
I just realized my mic was set to 100 in gain. I have
Oh,
no idea
no.
why.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
yeah, no, I just turned it down like a few notches, so
Okay,
hopefully
yeah.
that helps. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no, you're good,
It's
you're
been
good.
a while. I haven't been around much, so it's like I hit my audio setup's all jank.
Oh, you know what I'm
So-
hearing, Moogle? Oh, I'm hearing our excuses.
Excuses for me not doing anything. Gotcha.
Exactly. This is why Herman's a better content creator. Look at Herman, he's grinding.
Bro, well, the thing is, I don't fucking talk about like these stupid things that he talks about. I just play video games and talk over them. That's all I
Exactly.
do.
My
Yeah.
favorite video he's ever done. It was towards the beginning of the new year, and it was called. He has this series that's called the Luigi's. The Luigi's is basically where he talks about the worst games of 2022 or that particular year, and it's literally just every major AAA non-Nintendo release that everybody talks about and loves that he doesn't. That's literally all it is. It is the ultimate cope video, and it is hilarious.
What if like he's been just playing like a long game of being a
I think he's trying to be, but like, I don't know.
This is way better than Zelda because it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Who's been saying that? Who's
No, it's
saying
not
that?
literally nobody.
Listen, according to Herman, Doom Eternal is bad because he's also really bad at it.
Yep.
I've seen that man literally stream the game. He was fucking terrible at it.
Oh no, he was atrocious.
How does
Yeah.
he stream it now? He doesn't have a gaming PC.
He streams through his. Actually, I don't remember.
I think he
how
has a gaming
streams.
laptop, but that's it.
Yeah, it's a laptop, and he like sits on his couch with like a blue Yeti, and he like
Yeah.
talks through it.
Oh,
He
no.
doesn't have a high-end gaming PC like he says. It's literally just a gaming laptop, probably.
Oh.
You know, completely
He's a
failing
absolute
to
fan.
acknowledge that D&D has not had the impact on culture the way Zelda has. It's not as
Listen, okay. I love Zelda. It's one of my favorite Nintendo franchises.
Mhm.
But if we're talking Western culture, D&D has had way more of an influence.
Yeah,
D and horror and our dearest Hellfire in chat mentions that 2 games that influenced Zelda were based off of D&D. So this guy just talks out of his ass.
When did the first Zelda game come out again? 87?
84,
Chat,
I
correct me
think.
on this. Am I?
84.
Is it 84? Okay, but so it came out.
Let me double check.
86, but point
It
is, like,
might have come out in the
mid-80s.
U.S. in 87. Then thinking about it.
Point is, like, mid to late 80s.
Yeah.
It was 1986.
Oh.
1986?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I think
I was
so.
gonna
Let me
say-
double check. I'm looking at it right now.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's February 21st, 1986.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Oh my lord.
as inspired as Zelda has. It hasn't innovated the way Zelda has. It's not like a culturally defining thing.
Brain hard resetting right now.
Is this what an aneurysm feels like? 'Cause I think I'm having an aneurysm.
It's cold booting real quick. It's gonna
Yeah.
take time to update.
This is like, what nonsense are you talking about here, buddy?
This is what he does all the time. Literally every video.
Like Zelda is, right? Like D&D is big in its niche and nothing more, right?
It's
It's niche being and
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know,
the niche of fantasy as a whole, probably, maybe.
Yeah. Also,
Fuck.
too, like if you really want to, you can set up like sci-fi games in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could be able to. Yeah, isn't there
There's-
like cyberpunk ones?
Yeah, there's cyberpunk D&D games.
stuff.
Cat is
Very
playing
nice.
one.
you know
Listen,
there-
as
Magical purpose.
as a person with fantasy in their literal fucking username, all right, I can vouch. D&D is a really bad game because I don't have real life friends or friends at all to play it. That's what.
That's what it is.
You know, guys.
Yeah.
I think all
That's
card games are
basically-
actually the worst
that's
because I don't
basically
have friends
Herman's-
to play them.
That's Herman. That's Herman's logic
Yep.
right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
guys. Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon card games are actually like the worst thing ever. Have friends.
Don't give him ideas to make a video on that.
Yeah,
God.
please.
Do not,
no,
please,
he would
God.
defend, he would
I
defend
will
the Pokemon
literally-
card games.
Well, yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh! If he says anything, I'm not afraid to strangle.
Zelda's going
Allegedly.
to get a big.
Well, no, you
budget
do a
Hollywood
video
movie
on John
Wait,
for giving him fuel.
right? Zelda's going to get a big budget Hollywood movie in the near future. And what is
D&D has made two movies at the very least, two big budget ones. One of them is actually
sucks.
really good.
One of them sucks
one of them's.
hard. You got a lot of memes for that.
But Honor Among Thieves is really good. I love that one. Oddly enough,
D&D have like mazes and monsters? Like
He's completely ignoring the movie that came out.
exactly.
come on. Like what does
That's what
D&D
he'll
have?
do,
Like
too.
Counter Monkey videos? Like it has Spoonie like talking about the toilet pizza and like vegan Steve.
I bet you this guy's room smells like piss and pizza. You walk in, it smells like and it looks like a fucking frat house.
Zelda is inspired by D&D. Shigeru Miyamoto confirmed this in an interview a couple years ago.
Yep,
Bro, he doesn't care, dude. Like
he doesn't care
I'm-
so long
I'm-
as he
yeah.
so
like,
long as he can use it to weaponize and like give the Gluck Gluck 9000 towards Nintendo, he'll do it. He
this
doesn't
man
care.
self high fives himself so much he doesn't care about the comments.
I mean,
Like, he'll
wait, hang on. I want to see how much
Yeah.
money. I'm gonna look up how much money.
I think it
it had
sold
to-
pretty
it had
well
to
last
been-
I
Yeah, I was gonna
checked.
say had to win a lot. Sorry, I'm just looking at your chat.
Oh no, we got some great. Let's see.
Yeah.
Best chat.
Reportedly,
Oh,
it
I
had a
agree,
budget
Maggot.
of-
He smells like virginity. That's what he smells
he
like.
smells like virginity.
Reportedly, it had a budget of 150 million. Then the film grossed approximately 208 million. High.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That isn't
I think
bad.
that's a wait. No,
I want
I think that's a. Wouldn't that be? Correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't a studio see that as a commercial failure?
I think
I mean,
so.
a grossing profit of 50 mil, yeah, that's a bit. That's
Yeah.
a bit of a fail. Like you compare it to like things like you compare it to like big commercial franchises. Like look at like Saw and Spiral when that came out. That movie literally like I think it was like 27 mil, and that had like 100K, or sorry,
But-
it
but,
had like
like,
100 mil budget.
Also, too, like literally every single person who went to see that movie, was like, yeah, it's a great movie.
It's great. No,
That-
yeah, it deserved a lot more attention.
Yeah. It's just
See,
like,
like,
yeah,
no.
I'd say that's a fail though.
Like the reality is D&D is just a way for adults to pretend like they're kids again. You know, pretend
This,
Irony.
This coming from the
Irony.
Nintendo fan?
Exactly.
But buddy, you
You know-
you make Nintendo videos. I'm not gonna say as a living, but as a hobby.
Irony.
Actually, it's worse if you do it just as a hobby, because if it's a job, you can justify it. You know.
Yeah, because he likes to call other people and game journalists. He likes to call them shills. Like I'm sitting there like, at least they're getting paid doing it. You're doing this shit for free.
If they made a 40-year-old virgin 2, this man would be the first in line to be in
Yup.
that movie.
No,
Yup.
but like, listen, buddy, this is supposed to be a comedy of sorts. You know, we don't want to depress the audience.
they're going off on some crazy adventure instead of like, you know, actually
This man's
doing
not a clown.
something
He's the whole
productive
circus.
in real life. Right? The reality is D&D is just a waste of everyone's time. You are better off reading actual fantasy. You are better off playing actual RPGs on your Nintendo console.
Oh, yeah, specifically the Nintendo console. Hold on. Let me look
Yeah.
at my Nintendo Switch collection real quick and see how many RPGs I own. Oh, yeah, quite a bit. And let me go look at my PS5 collection real quick. Oh, yeah, that's where all my RPGs are on it because a lot of those RPGs aren't on fucking Switch, Herman.
Yep. And it's funny too because like one of the best ones out there, Undertale, he likes to think that Toby Fox, the guy who created Undertale, ripped off a bunch of classic 90s JRPGs.
Well, I mean, it's very like he's been very upfront about how it's inspired by Earthbound.
Old classic RPGs, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Mother 3 is better anyway.
That too, and I've been wanting to play it.
I like that he knew right away.
I like the characters, and I've seen a couple. Okay, this one I want to. So I don't know how much if any of you guys follow Warhammer at all, but
I do.
I do.
okay, so
I
you
do.
know about the whole adding of
The
female
female custodes,
custodians.
yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So to me, I get okay. So to me, it's a literal nothing burger,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I get why people are mad because it's yet
what I
another
vaguely
long list
know-
of
It's
Yep.
From what I vaguely know, it seems like they messed up a lot of the rules that the custodians had.
that could be it, and I totally get why they're mad about that.
Yeah.
Because from my point of view, it's just another long list, another in a long list of people that try to inject themselves into an IP that they never liked in the first place.
I was gonna say Warhammer's also been experimenting a lot in like over the years too. So like
That's why the Tau Empire was created.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's why the Tau Empire was created, even though it
Yeah.
doesn't or feel look like Warhammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say so like cultural appropriation is not something to like I don't like see
Oh my
the
god,
issue. if I'm gonna
Mitch
be
makes
honest
the
with you.
perfect comment. I don't know if you guys know about. I don't know if you guys follow Warhammer. All the men in the call, I do.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even upset about that
Yeah.
because it's the truth.
Squadron's like, keep that far away from me.
My uncle played. I mean,
Hey man, Dark Tide is a fun ass game, all right.
Speaking of, I'm
I
so
did show
stoked
her
for
the
Space
Emperor's
Marine.
Children. Okay, I showed her the purple Space Marines.
Speaking of, I'm still stoked
Marines are
for
big.
Space Marine 2. I can't wait for that.
Squadron, you just proved Mitch right with that.
I know. Sometimes Mitch is right. People don't give him enough credit. Sometimes Mitch is correct.
Mitch, you hearing that? You're getting slandered in the chat, my guy. Oh my
God.
god.
It is true. Sometimes he is correct, and some other times he's just not.
Sometimes she doesn't.
And
doesn't know what's
sometimes he has a,
going on.
Just like
and
John.
sometimes he has a crusty towel.
That was a long.
Man.
That was a long sub to make fun of me.
I'm getting better at my setups. Okay.
Nice.
I've heard worse.
The Emperor of Man is actually a woman, right? This is the thing I've been really pushing for when it comes to the company and how they've been handling the brand. Like, we really need to.
Buddy, you talk
They
about
have
how
not
lame-
outright said that the Emperor of Man is a woman, because if they did, it would be a massive contradiction of
Well-
decades of lore.
No, yeah.
Mm.
Let's ignore that. Like the video he uploads the day after this is like talking about how lame tabletop RPGs are. Let's ignore that.
Exactly.
He's literally like crying about a tabletop RPG.
Stop catering to our neckbeard incel audience, right? We need stronger female characters. We need more feminism. We need more equality. Okay, like this
Get it,
brand.
guys? He's doing satire. He's doing sarcasm.
I
was gonna say, you fit right in,
terrible
Herman.
satire. It's
gonna say-
terrible satire.
I was gonna say this man fits right in with that description. When you
Yeah, no,
so
it's
good.
he just
terrible
described
satire.
himself in his own video.
He tried to do that with his abortion video too, because he was trying to come off
Oh
as
no! He,
facetious.
I remember
Yeah, he
that.
tried to come off as facetious. He tried to
This-
come off as like
This,
being
this,
satirical.
this
but
is the
ooh.
face of a man who needs to talk, who needs to have an opinion on abortion.
Yeah, yeah. He's always gonna have the last laugh.
Listen, because
He's always
Herman,
gonna have the last word.
Herman, he always playing in them streets. You know, he's always getting his sad hoes pregnant. And you know, he just
Mitch
can't be dealing with all that
Aussie Herman.
child support. Okay, he can't be everybody's baby daddy. You know.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know what's worse, his political opinions or his gaming opinions.
Both.
Or his
They
hairline.
both go hand in
I
hand.
was, I was
No, yeah, that's the
literally
third
about to
option.
hit with. I was about to hit him with the hairline thing, but then you beat me to it.
They both go hand in hand, in my opinion.
I can beat you both. His smell.
Yes.
Thank God
You know,
smell-o-vision
just-
doesn't exist.
Yeah, I was about to say, if there was like a way to smell someone through a fucking goddamn YouTube video, I'm pretty sure this would be the fine example.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I would be
It
watching a
is,
lot
I
more
think.
cooking content.
Oh my god, yeah. You just like see cooking videos with like 1 billion views all of a sudden.
Oh, the fucking
Mhm.
fragrance, dude. I'd imagine.
One of
I'd be
the
making
most
my own.
toxic in the world. And for me personally, I was very proud to have introduced like female custodians to the latest
you don't
codex
follow
of
Warhammer.
Warhammer 40k.
No, he
Right?
doesn't.
I have been wanting to do this for a long time, and finally my hard work has been paid off. Right? I have taken the first step to
Losing your
making
virginity?
Warhammer
Oh.
40k.
I see he went to the same school as Def Noodles for comedy.
No, but like he did the same thing too when talking about there was what was it? Oh, there was one particular video he did when they were talking about how there was a guy that was making threats towards Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a video talking about that. And the first thing he did was make a joke about how, sorry guys, I had to take a flight to Japan. It's been a long 15 hours because I've been hired to investigate on this guy who's trying to make threats toward Nintendo. It's so freaking cringe. I cringe so hard that I turned into a miniature
Yeah.
black hole.
I'm turning this 2 times speed to.
Oh no, he's
Skins.
so slow. He is so slow.
Inclusive and equal. I am very proud of this accomplishment, and I
Also,
will
what's going on with the camera here?
Now he
What's going
really
on?
sounds like DSP.
continue pushing going forward. And I do think the big thing
Okay.
I want to resolve when it comes to Warhammer 40k, we need to establish a conclusive ending to the franchise, because the way it looks now is that people are just going to be fighting forever, which obviously isn't going to happen in a feminist society, right?
I don't
If you
hear
have
any
strong female
snorts.
characters, the fighting is going to stop, because we all know that men just want to fight
Yeah,
all the
not
time. They don't
yet.
have any reason or ability to relate to other people. They have no empathy, right? The reason why the war never stops in the future of Warhammer 40k is because of all the male characters.
He's even more retarded with him sped up.
Yep. Yep.
He sounds way more fucking retarded, bro.
Yep.
By the way, guys, you know what one of my favorite secondary factions are? The Sisters of Battle.
Oh, the Sisters of Battle? Yeah, they're great.
Oh,
Yeah, you know the insane Catholic inspired one, like burned everything
Yeah.
to the ground.
Yeah, I'm a Tyranid
So I do think
Necrons guy.
As
I'm
more and more
a-
female
I'm
characters
a
are introduced to the
psyker.
setting,
I like psychers.
Sounds like a lot of heresy.
Bro, psychers are awesome. What do you mean?
the lore.
Now,
the-
if it was
Focus on
Adeptus
power, like, more-
Mechanicus, I'd agree with you. Except they make all of this Emperor's guns and all their tanks, so you
In
kind
War,
of
you
can't
don't
tell them to piss off.
Yeah.
That's true.
less war between the alien species of Warhammer 40k. We are going to have peace treaties. We are going to have like lulls. The reality, the Emperor Man was just some chump who just kind of showed up, and people thought he was cool looking with his long blonde hair and armor and stuff like that. So essentially, all of her
Hair's
accomplishments were
brown.
Yeah, his hair is brown, I
ignored,
think.
and the credit went to this guy just because he was a man, right? So again, millennia passed. The Emperor of War.
Oh god. So he's so funny.
It's fascinatingly unfunny. His live streams are even worse. When Pal World came out,
Oh,
dude
God,
was
live
spurging
streams?
out like crazy
Yeah, he was hella spurging about Pal World.
over
Dude.
Pal World. Good lord.
He's like, "Oh, Pal World's a Pokemon ripoff," and
No,
I'm
he
like,
said it was plagiarizing Pokemon. Yeah.
No, he also was saying like it's a Pokemon ripoff, and that he doesn't see the point in
No.
it, and people that are playing are a bunch of fucking losers.
Yep.
And shit. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yeah, he literally did that.
Yep.
We wouldn't make this shit up, dude. The jokes don't write themselves.
It already feels like Fallout, the Amazon TV series, has fallen off by the wayside.
Dude, have you seen Twitter?
Literally, yeah.
What
And
the
if that were to ever be the case, I blame the binging model for that.
I mean,
Personally.
I am a man, and I can gain sticks around forever. I consider that a win. Oh my god. The stream gave me a bloody nose.
The stream gave me a bloody nose. That's
Oh,
gotta be
I'm sorry, Minda.
the stream chat of the week right there.
This had
Stream
no
chat of
hype
the day.
behind it. Nobody was enthusiastic about it.
This had no hype behind it.
What do you mean?
This
Every
guy lives
fucking
under a rock.
YouTube ad that I goddamn seen. There was banners of the fucking goddamn show everywhere. On Twitch, they advertised it like crazy.
I feel bad. The guy who plays the ghoul, I can never remember his name. Like I know of him,
He played
Oh, I
Shane in The
forgot his
Shield.
name.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
he's been doing a lot of promo for the show.
Hmm.
Yeah.
about it. And upon being released, it did not take a lot of time for fans to dissect the product and realize that it was not at all faithful to the source material. Now, I'm sure people like Angry Joe are doing everything they possibly
Walton
can to try and
Goggins, that's his
pretend
name.
Okay.
it's better than something like the Mario movie. But the reality is
Oh my god.
that like fans aren't happy and casual audiences won't stick around.
He's got his arms back behind his head. You're like, yeah. So like,
He also did try to say that like New Vegas is non-canon in the show, and I can't confirm that because I still have yet to watch the show. But
well, supposedly
judging by,
it's just like I think the timeline's a little reworked.
I think
I was gonna say
it
it's more
takes
of
place
a
years after New Vegas.
yeah, it's more of a reimagining from what I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with shows doing that.
Yeah.
Not the neckbeard talk about neckbeards. Hey, I'm a little hurt.
Listen, as a gentleman with a beard, I can confirm.
Yeah.
I do not have a beard.
Right. This show.
Thank
I didn't
God,
ask you.
because
I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, scrolling through war content. Okay.
Going forward. And right now, it does kind of feel like this is going to be a repeat of the Witcher situation, in which certain people pretend.
A repeat of this Witcher situation.
No, the Witcher situation was because it was made by people that had no understanding of the source material, that hated the source material,
Mhm.
and Henry Cavill had to leave because he didn't want to work with him.
No, Henry Cavill was like, oh, actually, like this is how the plot was done. Shut up, Henry.
Even though, yeah, this
The
guy has
show
been a
is great.
follower of the Witcher series for Lord knows how long.
Mhm.
Great for like the first couple of seasons, but then like slowly the problems start becoming more apparent, and then people start becoming more critical of.
I mean, like, okay, it's had a first successful season, right? Now, like, it could fail second season, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like to say,
Yep.
Herman.
This is what he does to you.
All right.
This is what his
Have you
videos
mentioned-
does to you.
Did you mention that his fucking thumbnails are AI generated?
Yeah,
They are.
which I don't have a problem with necessarily, but like he doesn't do anything to alter them, so they're still in like the 4:3 ratio.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I saw these, I laughed my ass off. I'm like, there's no way this man literally is using AI generated thumbnails for his videos, and he doesn't even have the fucking aspect ratio properly.
No, dude, I mean, like all you have to do is just like go into like a basic photo editor, like Photopea.
You think this man has a fucking working PC to do that shit?
Canva. Download
The
Canva.
man doesn't even know what the fuck Paint.net or fucking Canva is.
Oh my god,
He's
the
that
Wii
much
U
of a
was
fucking
the best
incompetent dipshit.
console of its generation.
Yep.
You know what's fucking
What?
funny? He tried saying like, because that whole Steam Deck thing, he made a statement that was like, he said something stupid like, "Oh, the Wii U would have sold better because it had better potential than the Steam Deck," and then he also said like the GameCube was like overlooked and shit, and I was like, well, it's a different scenario that my GameCube fell off compared to the PS2 and Xbox because the GameCube kind of had those those proprietary little mini discs. Those
Yeah.
things that developers had a hard time to develop those things on.
No, yeah, and like it was a powerful.
Like,
the
why do you
GameCube
think
was-
this shit? Yeah, sorry.
No, you good, dude. The GameCube itself was actually a pretty powerful console. I think it's always been a debate
Yeah.
whether or not it was more like which console was more powerful, the Xbox or the GameCube. Definitely the PS2 was like the lower spec system of the three. But like the PS2 won that generation because not only could it play video games, it could play music. Like you could still play music on it, right? But it could definitely play movies as well. Backwards compatibility with the PS1, and obviously first Xbox console. There's no backwards compatibility to be had. And then like just a massive library of games the PS2 had.
Yep. I think the GameCube was also like the top 3 or like top 4 in like the least sold consoles Nintendo's ever had.
Yeah.
But
They even said that it had a quote unquote negative impact on the company's profit margins. And that it got so bad that famously Iwata took a pay cut in order to keep his employees employed.
Yeah, and it's like that's the thing like about this console too. It's like, yeah, it was like it was a console that sold weak, but that doesn't make it a bad fucking console. And it's the same argument we used on the Wii U. But this motherfucker, like, he tries to compare sales to like today's fucking market, and it's like it doesn't work like that. We're
No,
talking
you have
about
to
like
compare it.
lifetime.
You have to compare it with the console releases at the time. And
Yeah, and
like,
that's what I'm saying.
you know
Like,
what, say what you will about the Wii U, right? I think
Mhm.
initially it had more potential than the original Xbox One. Because if you remember the original Xbox One, it was advertised as more of a general entertainment system. And then like it was the first models were required to have the Connect with them. And what did it have? Just like Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah, it was like when it came out, like it only had like a couple launch titles, and then there was
Yeah.
that issue with like the DRM that was like a thing. And then Sony was taking shots at Xbox for it, and then Xbox had to like backpedal on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a big mess. But like that's the thing this guy doesn't realize is that like there's a big niche with the Steam Deck, and that's why it's obviously its units. Like it sold quite a lot and it's pretty
Mhm.
successful, but you're comparing lifetime sales to like yearly sales. Just wait in like another 8 years, and I bet you anything the Steam Deck will outsell the Wii U by a fucking shitload
Oh
once
yeah,
the niche
probably.
kind of like
Oh,
once the niche
100%.
becomes like a big like thing, and it's like the portable gaming market is already like booming. You got the fucking what is that, the ROG Ally, MSI's making their own one. um there's a Lenovo one that has the motion controllers on it. Like there's like a ton of options out there for the portable gaming market. So it's getting popular for that very fucking reason. It's just that Herman's such a fucking idiot. He doesn't goddamn do his research before he says anything.
Well, I can tell by him saying that Dungeons and Dragons didn't have a movie.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming. Oh man, do these guys not know who they're dealing with?
I don't know. I don't know. I can see his man boobs.
They not know that I have been aggressively debunking this nonsense for a solid decade.
You're the only one
right?
that was
Like-
debunking this nonsense.
Literally the only one.
Yeah.
Buddy, coming from a guy who also loved the Wii U, give it up. Just give it up. It's too late. It's too late. The war's been lost. We have the Switch now. It's okay.
Anyways, I've had my fun. I'm gonna go probably back to sleep. So
Okay,
you guys
take care,
enjoy and
Spectre.
have fun with
Take care,
this.
Spectre.
Thanks for
brain
calling
rot.
in, Spec.
Absolutely. Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Like these people are the reason why I am so anti-Nintendo YouTuber, because they just
What?
He's very pro company, but very anti Nintendo YouTube, which I guess makes sense because a lot of
He's just like
Nintendo
contradicting himself.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Nintendo YouTubers tend to deal with like the bad side of Nintendo because Nintendo still gives out copyright strikes for their video games.
I have to be honest with you, John. This sounds like an unpopular opinion, but I think people who strictly make videos defending or talking about Nintendo are not much better.
Well, that is.
I just think a lot of this.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of the people like that are making all these Switch videos and all that are really kind of missing the point. Like, I get it. Like, you will like the Switch and stuff, but like, you really got to balance out your content, man. It just makes you look like you're like super biased with Nintendo stuff and not like actually focusing on like the bigger thing here.
Right. Imagine doing that. That'd be kind of weird.
It is weird, but like I'm just saying, like I think a lot of these Nintendo YouTubers and stuff need to really like just like their whole ideology of like, oh, Nintendo does great things. Yes, they can make great games, but they're fucking the company as a whole. No, they are fucking awful people.
Horrible business practices for the most part.
Exactly.
Flagrantly just make things up, try to pass off their experiences as the objective reality, and desperately try and make it seem like Nintendo was in a bad place a decade ago. You know, when they were putting out, huge bangers like 3D Pokemon,
Wait, pause the video. This man was like, they made out huge bangers, like just a big pause. Like he doesn't even
What's a banger?
name the
What's a
game.
banger?
Like he had to think about it.
Great bangers, dude. Great fucking bangers, bro.
Also, he doesn't
my,
mention any Pokemon game. It's just 3D Pokemon.
Yeah,
I believe that would have been Sun and
my
Moon.
favorite video game of all time is the Devil's Third on fucking Wii U, because that was a banger fucking exclusive on there.
I'll tell you what, they made a banger when they made 2D Final Fantasy.
There was so much good stuff coming out in the Wii U and 3DS era. And you're seeing the same kind of historical revisionism that we saw during the GameCube and the N64 era and the Wii, where people try to tell you that, like, well, actually, everybody I knew hated Nintendo and thought it was lame. Like, they're trying to do the same with the Wii U.
No one hated Nintendo. It was just people couldn't justify buying a Wii U compared to a PS4 at the time.
Plus, the Wii U was expensive at the time before the
It was.
inflation hit. Like, it was like what, $379? Yeah, and it's like there's no justification for like a console to be like in that price range, especially when there's like other alternatives. Like, you can buy a fucking used PS4 for like maybe like $250 at the time.
Yeah.
Or like even PS3 was still in its like stages and everything. Like, it's just not a good fucking point to goddamn make.
Oh yeah, and like they had good video games, especially on the 3DS. But
yeah,
again, the issue
when the
wasn't
3DS
quality.
when the 3DS literally outbeats your fucking mainline console, there's a problem.
No, yeah,
Like-
yeah. The issue wasn't quality. The issue was marketing. They didn't know how to market it.
Yeah, because it wasn't a portable
But-
console.
It was not.
The difference now being that there are people willing to stand up for the Wii U. People who are willing to acknowledge that all of the arguments lobbied against this thing are complete bunk. People like me. Absolute
Okay, so
chads.
explain me what the arguments are then, Herman. Explain to them.
No,
You
people like
literally are being so
absolute
fucking vague.
chads.
This literally frustrates me because I want to say he's trolling, but
Mhm.
like, this man actually is serious. Like, he's not playing a character. This guy actually, like, in his
Yeah,
life,
he
he's the same way.
genuinely believes the words coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, he actually he listens to his own bullshit. He high fives himself constantly. But what are these arguments, Herman? Please explain. Like, are you gonna fucking tell me people didn't like the console because it's not portable? Are you gonna tell me that people didn't like the console because the games weren't that great? Like, what are the arguments?
Yeah,
What are the arguments?
Absolute
Present.
legends who will look Scott the Wise in the face and call him a faggot, right?
Man, he hates
Okay.
Scott. Scott's such a wholesome YouTuber. What the heck?
Oh my god, that was not on my bingo card. This man just dropped
as
the
in, like, I mean, Scott's made his videos like poking fun at the Wii U, but he's like he's sung its praises before. What is this?
Oh my god, dude.
We are the Nintendo fan base, okay? Like, we are not
Who's
going to
we?
stand.
We are Legion.
Who's
Oh,
we?
God.
Like, I know the console's called the Wii, but who's we?
Yeah.
You're the only
For
one
this
making this
nonsense.
argument.
Sense anymore, right? This To me, the fact that so many gaming YouTubers came out like coping and seething in regards to like the very real realization that the Wii U is very fondly remembered among the general population. Really,
I mean, it's fondly remembered with people like me who like got it as like a Christmas present and played it.
Mm.
Actually, the derail slightly. Oh my god, my grandma took me to Best Buy to buy it actually, and on the way home we were singing some song we made. Grandma was like, "We got a Wii U, we got." But anyway, like, but yeah, like it's gonna be younger, like people who grew up around the time whose parents didn't want to buy them like like PlayStation or an Xbox. You know, it's
Dude, I ran to a GameStop on a fucking rainy day on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, just to get this fucking console. And the funny thing is, I worked my ass off to get it because like I worked a full-time job at the time.
right.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I hardly played it until like maybe months after, and I just wasn't that like enthralled or like amazed with it.
I mean, that's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah,
played a
like
lot of
3D
Mario
World was like the
Brothers.
only. Yeah, 3D World was like the only game that I like proactively played on there.
showcases the mindset they're in, right? When it comes to covering the Wii U, right? They were
Screenshot required. I also, oh my god, he only uploads in 720.
Wow.
very adamant that this console was a failure, that it did nothing right, that Nintendo dropped the ball on this situation.
Yes,
that
that's exactly
the
what
Wii-
happened, Herman.
Yeah.
I
That's
really want
exactly what
Nintendo
happened.
to strike him for the use of the hat,
Nintendo themselves admits that the Wii U
Just
was
so-
a failure.
just so we don't have to see this anymore.
The man is like on high strung copium right now. Like this man does not want to deny that
Oh my god,
fucking
look at
Wii
this
U
face. Look
flopped.
at this face. This guy's lip bit under and everything. Ladies,
God.
just
Don't do drugs, kids.
ladies, just
Don't do
imagine.
drugs.
Looks like he's
right?
about to drop a big fucking turd, bro.
Oh, don't
Ladies, picture the scenario.
don't subject
okay?
the ladies to this.
Ladies, okay, imagine you're at the bar, right?
No,
And you see Herman here. Herman, you know,
I
he's
would
got-
leave.
He's got W Riz. Hey, Herman's got W Riz. Okay, and he
The
gives
word
you
"riz" is an L to begin with.
he gives you that look, and then he gives you that puckered up look that we saw earlier. Ladies, what do you do?
I would vomit. I would vomit.
Oh, come on, you're gonna do Herman
Look,
dirty like that? The man with the,
Yeah, I
with
was
the
gonna-
W Riz.
let me go ask my
I do not
girlfriend.
consent.
Let me go ask my girlfriend real quick and see what she
I
says.
do not
Oh
consent.
yeah, hang on. Show her the screenshots that I'm about to send you.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me do that. I'll do
Jesus
that right now.
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
All
And,
right.
while, and while we await Moogle's girlfriend's opinion,
Yeah. Well,
Midna, he's your cousin. You can't.
he looks
I'm
like
so
someone's
sorry.
cousin.
Midna.
failure by all metrics.
He kind of
but
looks like
they
Finn
failed-
East.
oh, dude.
Oh, I can't tell who's that's more of an insult to.
They're perfect for each other. It's okay.
to understand that the Wii U generation was the period in which
She said, "Yep,
Nintendo
that looks
established-
like an action. That looks like any Nintendo fan."
Oh Jesus!
its
That's the
first-party
response I expected from her.
It's 14 pages!
Oh, we
right.
got a Spectre with
Oh.
a 499. Here we go.
I remember this.
He also tried to argue that the
Oh,
N64 had more games than the PS3. What?
Yeah. He made a video. You can look it up. It's on his channel. He literally fucking tried to say that N64 had better games than the PS3, and it had more games. And I'm like, did this man not just Google search that at all? Like, hello, there's like 2,000 games on the PS3. How many did the fucking N64 have? Like 380?
And like one RPG.
Yeah, it had like one RPG out of like the 380 of them.
That was Quest 64, so.
And then my favorite part is you can actually go and look in his replies in that same video, and someone pointed that out, and he responded, N64 has better games.
What are the games that are better? Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I have no idea. He didn't explain. He just said N64 has better games than the PS3. And I was like, but your argument was that the N64 had more games than PS3, and it didn't. Because
I guess if you were a platforming kid, I can say the argument that the N64 had a better library. But
developers as being objectively superior to their PlayStation counterparts. Up to this
let's look at the specs. Let's look at the specs of the Wii U compared to the PS4 and Xbox One. Let's look at those specs.
Let's. Okay.
yeah, while
let's
you do
that.
that, I will be right back real quick. I gotta go check my mail.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, granted, the Wii U was Nintendo's first HD console, but it had the power of a PS3.
point there was this very big like back and forth among the community, like whether or not PlayStation was better than Nintendo, and usually you favored the whatever one you had at home, right? But the Nintendo one, that generation, the Wii U, is the one that solidified that Nintendo's exclusives were better than the competition, right?
I mean, Bloodborne, Persona 5, yes, I know that's to other consoles, but, you know, we're talking in terms of, like, the lifespan, right? Bloodborne, Persona 5, we also have... trying to think here. Shoot, I didn't play a lot of PS4 games. Shoot. Look at the list. PS4 exclusives. Oh, Infamous Second Son. There we go. I loved that game. Oh, God of War.
It's 14 pages!
Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, The Last of Us 1 and 2. Well, less 2, more of 1. Spider-Man, Spider-Man's Miles Morales, Uncharted. Gravity Rush.
Nintendo by themselves were carrying this entire console, right? Right off the gate with
That was the problem.
Yeah.
When you're a gaming publisher, yes, you need to have the first party titles to entice people, but overall, you need to have a good selection of third party titles, which the Wii U never had.
Yeah.
that first year,
That
we
was
had
a
an
big problem.
excellent library of games. You know, we got New Super Mario Bros. U.
It's
Nintendo
14
Land,
pages!
Oh, Zaylin, thank you for renewing your membership.
Rayman Legends, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, Pikmin 3, The Wonderful 101, one of my favorite games of all time. You know, capping it off with Super Mario 3D World, which is a lot of people's favorite Mario game, but I personally don't care that much. Like, I realized when I was like looking through my list of all these great Wii U games I could have talked about for that first year, that Mario 3D World is probably my least favorite. But, you know, that's how good the Wii U library was, right? The Mario game was overshadowed by all the other good things that year. The thing is, though, the Wii U had a reputation right out of the gate. Why? What was the issue with the Wii U? Now, people will try to tell you it had something to do with the console or the launch lineup or, you know, the controller or something.
It's literally all the issues. Because people didn't like, because I think the gaming pad specifically for the Wii U like had a battery life of like 2 hours.
It had a terrible battery life, and hi, I'm back.
Hello. But yeah, like he's like literally he's listing every issue, and he's like, yeah, people say it was this stuff.
The thing is, the Wii U was so fucking garbage with that. Like, cause remember when I said this console wasn't a portable console?
It was not at all.
Well, I can tell you one thing. You can go to the washroom and fucking take a big dump.
It's
with that fucking
14
thing, and
pages!
that range of it will be out of range.
No, yeah, you had like
It is horrible.
you had to be in the same room because for some games it did have like a TV mode, or sorry, not a TV mode, but like a remote play mode of sorts, where like if someone was watching the TV, you could still play on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was very selective. Came to it, and overall it was just
Yeah.
worse.
The only good thing about the Wii U is that it gave me a remake of one of my favorite Zelda games of all time,
Oh yeah.
and that's Wind Waker.
And
I know some
I
people.
have that
I know
one.
some people are gonna be like, "Well, why not Twilight Princess?" And it's like, I like both games. I just like Wind Waker better.
No, yeah, Wind Waker was my favorite. For a while, it was my
Like,
favorite
I've-
Wii U game.
Yeah, I've had this like conversation before on one of my live streams. It was quite a while ago where I talked about like why Wind Waker is better, and of course, I had someone like trying to say Wind Waker is like not good because it was open world and wasn't really. It took away from like Zelda games for that very reason, and I'm like, okay. Like I enjoyed the game for just being unique.
Zaylin
it's
says
just-
with 501, I think Herman needs to be tested to find human DNA.
DNA.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
The main reason I rebought the Wii U was for Wind Waker 2. Oh, that's nice. I reckon.
Yeah, I actually got a used Wii U for like $100 from a guy. Shout outs to that guy. He was super nice to me. And I specifically bought it so I could play the remakes on like whenever I do the stream, like the live streams of like all my 3 heart runs, because I'm planning on doing it on every Zelda game.
Mhm.
Those are the games I want to do. It's just that I haven't had time to do it because I work 60 hours a week, and I'm up in upper management now at my work, so I've been very busy with that. So I
Hey,
haven't
gotta
had
get on
time to
that
be
grind set, you know, that
Yeah.
IRL
Dude,
grind
I am pretty happy. I'm making really good money, and that's taking priority over being on the internet.
Heck,
Like I'd rather do that. So
The gate. Why? What was the issue with the Wii U? Now, people will try to tell you it had something to do with the console or the launch lineup or the controller or something. That is not true at all, right?
Not true at
What
all.
happened with the Wii U?
I mean, Lego City was
not
like the best
true.
game ever of all time. Lego City, best game of all time.
Is that game journalists, in a desperate attempt to downplay the Nintendo brand, created this narrative that the console was an add-on, right? And we all know this was a narrative.
What? What?
What?
Screenshots.
What did he just say?
Herman. Okay, you are creating something called a video. I like to assume that you are using some sort of video editing software. Herman, screenshots. Throw some on the screen right now, buddy. I know you can do it. I know. Come on, buddy.
You're asking a little much, John.
I can dream, darn it, Squatchin. I can dream.
No, you can't.
Narrative that was pulled out of
Not with
whole
this
cloth, 'cause
guy.
everyone knew there was going to be a new new console announcement that year. You can look back through the Wayback Machine and see
just
that
nearly
like
spat
there
on
were
my
lots of
drink when you
articles
said
about
that.
this. Nintendo was like emphasizing that there would be a new console this year. Like the idea that like the Wii U was a confusing console is just ridiculous. Like they made it very
what are you talking about?
It absolutely was a confusing console because, like, it's advertised, guys. Look, the gamepad. You can.
The whole concept of it was to be a gimmick, and companies didn't know what to do with it because it was a fucking terrible gimmick.
Right, because they had to shoehorn in like the motion controls and the gamepad, and like most of them just
Mhm.
like,
That and they had to utilize the second screen, and the second screen, like, you had to like put effort into that shit to like make it function. It was a terrible concept because it
remem-
just put more work on the developers.
I remember a lot of developers, what they just did was they just put the map on the second screen.
That was so nice, though.
It was.
Having a dedicated map screen.
There was a
Oh.
Batman game that kind of did it unique, where all your like gadgets were like in like a case on the second screen, and you just had to select the gadget to use it. Yeah,
Arkham Origins was like a really fun game.
Yeah, it had like the gadgets on the second screen. It had like the map and everything. I remember because I know a buddy of mine who's like a big like Batman fan. Shout outs to him because he actually got me into the Batman games.
And you know, I will say the port of Arkham City for the Wii U wasn't too bad.
No, they were both the ports were really good on there. That's just the developer putting an effort to actually make the game stand out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wish more companies had that same energy, but I get where they're coming from, where they say like they don't want to, they just want to port the game to the console and just call it a day. A lot of these third-party developers didn't want to do that because it was stupid, and they're probably paying more to develop, the map or like the gimmicks in the second screen just to fucking goddamn make sure that the game is fully functioning.
Yeah, well, also too, it came out during a period where like companies were really trying to push the graphical fidelity of their games, right? Because new console generation, right? So like,
yeah, but
having to spend effort on like downgrading your specs so that way it can run on a Wii U is just not
that I can agree with, except the specs on that were like on par of like a lower end PS3. So don't know. I don't know really what to make of that. Like Nintendo just has a thing for underpowering their consoles.
Yeah, like first party games looked good on it, right? But like you can tell,
no, absolutely,
the few third party games we did get, like, oh my god, you could tell the difference.
Yeah, no, like
very clear
for me as someone like me and you can relate. Like we're both video editors. You can tell like the resolutions are lower. You can see the fidelity of like the foliage in games. Like you can literally tell by textures. You can see texture popping. Like anytime I've played a Wii U game and stuff, I can't tell you how many times I've seen like texture popping and just really blocky, splotchy, like just textures. The Wii U was not a console that you'd want to actively play third-party games on, ever. First-party games, on the other hand, like, yeah, no, the games run great because Nintendo obviously made that with the console in mind. Right. Most third-party developers don't
what they were doing.
Port their games with the console in mind. They just port it and call it a day.
Like, the confusion should have been cleared up, like, that day. But in reality, the gaming press is very, very biased towards Sony. That is
fucking god.
Well, also too, like it was advertised. Like I remember advertisements that's like a family console, right? But like I couldn't name you any party games that were on, other than like the Mario Party, which came out like years after.
Oh, you mean the worst Mario Party? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But like no, but like you get what I mean though. Like there weren't any party games on there, and like we opened up with Wii Sports, which I think the Wii U had like a sport, like a
Nintendo Land.
Nintendo.
I was about to say it had Nintendo Land. It had that Amiibo Festival Animal Crossing game that was pretty awful.
Yeah,
it had
like I remember the
Mario
Land
Kart
sucking.
Yeah,
I thought it was alright.
Mario Kart was fun.
Yeah, but like the Wii.
That's why we bought the Wii.
The Wii, on the other hand,
or the Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii, on the other hand, had like bangers after bangers after bangers. I have like a whole laundry list of fucking games I can name up, but like the three that come to mind when I think of party games, like peak video games, is Mario Party, Mario Kart Wii, and Brawl.
No, yeah, and like my grandfather, who hadn't touched a video game since the Atari days, would play when he was in better health, would play Wii Sports occasionally with my family back when it like first released.
Yeah.
Like that's how like appealing the Wii was. But like the Wii U, like it's advertising itself as like a family console, but it's also like really expensive. There aren't really any good party games like on it.
I don't know, a family console, it's pretty good at like separating your family at that point.
Heyo.
Heyo, got him.
listen. We can't talk about Herman's dad leaving. Okay, that affected him for his whole life.
Reality of the situation. People like to ignore this, but that is the reality. Is that they were desperately trying to not have a repeat of the Wii, because we saw this during the Wii era too, where
A repeat? No, they were exactly trying to copy the success of the Wii. What are you talking about? That's why it's called the Wii U.
They were just trying to make like a sequel to the Wii, and well, I don't even think it was supposed to be called the Wii U. If I remember, it had a completely different name.
Probably
They just like last second were like, "Oh, it's Wii U."
Wii U.
Yeah, but I don't
Wii
think
came out of
that
nowhere.
was his,
Which I
original
never understood
name.
the name for that, by the way. Because, like, what's the U supposed to stand for in that? Because, like, the Nintendo Switch, it's
Yeah.
because you're switching from, like, TV to mobile, and
I
then you're
will- I
switching
will
the
say-
controllers about.
I will say Nintendo's name for fucking the Wii was interesting because it was Revolution, and I was like thinking to myself, well, what's revolutionary about it other than the motion controls? This shit looked like PS2 graphics.
That's
maybe
basically what
it's
it
a
was.
good
It
thing.
was-
Maybe it's a good thing they didn't name it that.
Yeah.
I think it was like, I think the specs on it were like, it was a slightly more powerful GameCube.
Yeah.
It could read actual disc.
Except they got rid of the GameCube after like a year.
Yeah.
On the Wii.
And then you could play your GameCube games on the Wii, so it was all good.
Yeah.
It completely obliterated the PS3, and they had to spend that entire.
What?
What?
In
Oh, wait, okay, he's
whose
talking about the Wii.
reality?
Wait.
It is reality, Swatchin. What do you mean?
Wait. Okay, I think he's talking about the Wii. I think he's talking about the Wii specifically. Let me double check.
No, he said the Wii
It
U.
completely obliterated the PS3, where to not have a repeat of the Wii, because we saw this during the Wii era too, where the Wii came out of nowhere. It completely obliterated the PS3, and they had to spend that entire generation like downplaying the success of the Wii, downplaying the DS.
This is the first point that I'll actually agree with him on, but not because he like is accurate in what he's saying. The Wii sold like 200 million. Actually, it sold like a lot.
I think
Like
it's
I'm not joking.
the highest selling console.
It was one of the
all time.
highest grossing consoles of all time for Nintendo.
I think did the DS sell more? I want to say the DS sold more.
Did it? I don't remember. Let me check DS
It's up
sales
there.
and Wii sales.
If it didn't sell more, it's up there.
Let me check for you.
The Wii was on the way out since like what 2008.
146
it's not
million
that popular.
units. The Wii sold 101. Yeah, no, you're right.
No, yeah, because like I think the DS was slightly cheaper, and obviously like it as well was catching with the casual audience, and we have to remember that this was pre-smartphone days.
Yeah. Well, like at the time, there was like the BlackBerry, but like the BlackBerry was so goddamn expensive, and the Razer mobile thing, like
Right,
that
and
thing.
you think your mom's gonna buy a PSP to play crosswords on? No, she's gonna buy that for the DS.
Yeah.
But like, just the fact that like, yeah, it obliterated the PS3, but not because of like, just not because the Wii is a better console. It's just that the Wii was more accessible and
Better
it was
marketed.
cheaper. And it was marketed. The PS3 was literally fucking nearly $600, bro.
Yeah, and then it had like weird commercials, like a baby doll crying.
Yeah. Nobody was gonna buy a PS3 at launch because of how fucking ridiculous. Like, unless you like were serious about gaming on the PS3, yeah. But the Wii was like,
And then the
reason
360
it sold super well.
Didn't the 360 open up with Halo 3?
Yeah, it did,
Yeah.
and it also sold pretty well too. I think like
Yeah, it had Halo 3. It had the first Dead Rising game.
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Oblivion was a launch title.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Perfect Dark Zero, but nobody remembers that.
Let's not
Oh,
talk
I
about that one.
love Perfect
Let's not
Dark.
talk about that one. As a
I love the
Perfect Dark
soundtrack for the first
aficionado.
level.
Yeah, as a Perfect Dark aficionado, that game was pretty bad. Anyway, no, like the launch consoles, like for 360 and Wii, did great. PS3 took a while for it to get up to its success now.
Yeah, because what, it had that like dragon riding game? What?
Oh yeah, what is it called? Lair?
Something like
Lair?
that. Like concept wise, it like sounds fun, right? Like an
with the
on
six
rails
axis?
dragon game, you know? But like
Yeah.
you controlled it with the motion controls in the console. I mean, not the console, the controller. Pre-Rumble,
Yeah.
by the way. This is a pre-Rumble PS3
I
controller.
remember the old 6-axis controls when like every game tried to have it in some capacity, and it, for me at least, I remember playing a lot of those early games. It did not work.
You remember Haze? That was supposed to be the Halo
Yes.
killer?
Yeah, you mean the game that like got like fucking average of 3 and 4s on fucking IGN and
Mhm.
every other journalist site?
Which,
Yeah,
by the way,
remember
I don't
that.
get why they try to like make that the Halo killer. They already had what's the name of that series? Shoot, why am I blanking on it?
Killzone.
Killzone, yeah. They already had Killzone. Why didn't they just like
I was like thinking, I know what you're talking about. You're thinking of Killzone. Yeah.
yeah, like you already had a potential like Halo killer right there. Well, I mean
Well, how good of a Halo killer would it have been if you couldn't remember the name to it?
I mean, Killzone also hasn't gotten like a game in like a fucking century. I think
Oh my
like, the
God.
last Killzone we got was like when it came out on PS4 and
the
that was
launch
when
title, yeah.
Shadowfall. Yeah. Like, and that
Or
was
anymore.
like
Oh, with
that was like 9 years ago.
Oh, I mean, yeah, close to a decade now.
Yeah.
doesn't have that many games. Like the whole not having many games argument is like a holdover from the Wii era, right?
No, the Wii had
Yeah.
dozens
Yeah,
of video games.
Hey Bob, I'll take things that nobody ever said for 100, please.
Actually, the problem with the Wii was that it had a lot of shuffleware. It had too many games.
It's just
And a
like,
big reason why that narrative, the narrative never really took off.
Oh my God! The first wave of the virtual console was on the Wii too. Like, oh my God, digital releases on that.
dude, there was so many bangers on there, bro.
For the Wii because everybody already bought it. Everybody already had a Wii. People were already buying all the games they were interested in. Like there was no downplaying the Wii at any point during its life cycle. But a lot of that negative
why are you
feeling,
bringing
all
it
that
up?
negative publicity, all of that like
That's not relevant.
propaganda carried over to the Wii U, right? The reason why people were so down on the Wii U because every single game journalism outlet for the past several years had been downplaying every Nintendo product on the market. You know, they downplayed the Wii.
That is
the Wii,
not
they
fucking
downplayed the
true.
game.
Not at all.
That is complete and utter bullshit. We already explained why the Wii U flopped, and it's not because of that. I can tell you that right fucking now.
They downplayed the N64, right? This was like a staple. So Iwata, the genius, the mastermind, he realized that game journalists were not doing their job. They were not covering the games. They were not like
Just
telling
like
people
you're not
about,
doing
like,
yours.
Oh my! You're not doing your job by praising us.
Yeah. Yeah,
all
go
this
back to
amazing
cleaning your
stuff coming
fucking
out on Nintendo
toilets with
hardware.
your
So
toothbrush,
he
bro.
created the Nintendo Direct format. And for those of you who don't remember what happened when that format was introduced, everybody called it insane. You know, game journalists declared Nintendo to be a failure. They were abandoning the press conference system. Like they would not be able to. They would fail. Right? They were doomed to failure. And before the Nintendo Directs
more
took
like
off,
Peter Griffin.
Hey Lois, let me tell you about the Wii U.
Hey Lois.
before they became super popular, that was the case.
Peter, why are you ranting about Warhammer?
There's no woman in it.
Right? Game journalists were not covering the Nintendo games.
Why did you leave that in? Just him drinking water.
I was gonna say this man literally doesn't know how to edit. You could tell.
And Nintendo was producing these Nintendo Directs to an audience that didn't necessarily know they existed yet. Like, I think they started, like, being produced in, like, 2010 or something, but then they didn't start, like, gaining momentum until, like, 2014 or so. So, like, it was, like, 4 years of like switching over their primary publication method to this like new Nintendo Direct format, right? People weren't on board with this new thing right off the bat. So for a while there, game journalists were able to like completely manipulate the perception of Nintendo, right? You know, Nintendo Power, they folded the magazine because they didn't
What?
want it interfering with the Nintendo Direct.
Also,
Huh?
Well, I mean, it was also 2010. That might have been the reason why they
Man.
stopped Nintendo Power.
This man looks like Mario if we ate like fucking 5 cheeseburgers, dude. My God, bro.
This is Mario after he eats the down mushroom.
Oh God. The mega mushroom definitely does wonders to people, right?
Format.
God.
But like, you know, the corrupt third party ones, the ones controlled by like Sony, were actively going against Nintendo. Like it had nothing to do with the Wii U. Yeah, they were slamming every single Nintendo product that came out. Like, remember when like the PSP outsold the DS, and then like the DS goes on to be like the best? Like,
There was never a point where the PSP outsold the DS.
What are you talking about? It literally no. I can look this up right now. I know for a fact
what?
that is not what happened.
I'll give you another example. This is how bad the Vita was. Despite how low the sales were for the 3DS, it always outsold the Vita.
Has this man never heard of Google before?
Probably not.
I can
No.
fucking tell.
Well, Google's a tool used by the gaming journalists to add propaganda against it.
No, dude. It's not a tool. He is a tool. Get it right.
I put the chart in the group chat, John. I had the
Thank you.
the stuff up already.
Nice.
I was ahead of the game today.
Word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, DS 150. 3DS 75 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like if
Okay.
you look at all the charts and stuff, like none of the things he said is true. Like, bro, it's like
And let's see, PlayStation Portable 80 to 82 million. Yeah.
Oh, there's another page.
Okay.
It's down that far.
Oh god, that's so sad.
yeah, the rabbit hole goes far. You fucking it goes so far down, you'll
Oh.
probably find Wonderland.
Oh god, the Vita had the same sales as the Wii U. 10 to 15
Yeah.
million. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Oof.
Oh yeah. You think fucking Nintendo is the only company that failed? No, Sony is another company that is not immune to failure.
Oh
We'll
god,
put
it
it
doesn't
that
help
way.
that like the next time they went into like the portable market, it was the PS5 remote thing, which you need internet for.
That
but,
fucking
like,
portal.
Yeah, but there's no like third party portal, so that way you can access like Wi-Fi from like a coffee shop or anything.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just make like a decent like
I have to like
cheap
hotspot
portable
my phone
version?
in order to get that to work, bro. That's not gonna fucking happen.
Dude, do you realize they could have made that like their slim for the PS5? Is just like make like a cheap diskless version of the PS5 where you can only download games on, granted, but like still has like decent enough horsepower. Like it could have worked.
I'm gonna say like I'm gonna defend Vita at least just like for the sheer fact that it was a unique console at the time and it had some great games on it. I will say though, I agree with most people when I say it failed just because like it was just pretty much an updated PSP that we didn't need. With like better graphics on it.
I mean, like, and with the opening game, it had like a baseball game
Uncharted.
on it.
It had Uncharted, Golden Abyss.
Okay.
Just the games on it were like, I want to say that they were unique, but like just a lot of them. I don't know. I feel like the lack of just games being put on it were like what kind of like.
It also has the
solidified
same. Funny enough, it had the same problem that the Wii U had, where any of its good games were ported to the other console. So, like a good Vita game, port that to the PS4.
let's just say that like the games that you play on it, there's better versions that exist on later generations.
Exactly.
There's a reason
yeah.
a lot of those games got ported.
There's
I'm
actually
not
a lot
saying
of
I'm not
Vita
saying
games
it's
that got PC ports. Like there's one called Mine Zero, which is actually pretty decent dungeon crawler. But
that's
like,
a really good one. Yeah, I actually own that physically. It's actually a lot of fun.
yeah, and like I think it looks pretty decent graphically too.
I remember there's one game that is exclusive to the Vita that I wish would get ported, but Namco are being kind of arseholes about it, and that's Tales of Hearts R. If you guys haven't experienced a really good Tales game before, that game being locked to Vita, it's unfortunate, but it's
Oh,
actually a
dude.
really fucking good game.
Speaking of, I wish we would get remasters of the Exalia games.
I mean, it's Namco's call. They did it with Symphonia and they did it with Vesperia. It's their call if they want to
Yeah.
remake those games.
I'm
I would like
saying,
that
I would
because
buy
Zoe
day
is one of
one.
my favorites.
I would buy day
Yeah,
one.
no, give me a remaster of Tales of Graces with like everything in it.
Was
That's what I
Graces the
want.
one with the redhead as the protagonist? And
Yeah,
like,
what's his name? Fuck, I don't remember. Asbel.
yeah, and then like
Yeah,
the villain was an evil clone of him.
not necessarily. You're thinking of probably a different one, but I remember Graces had like 2 different arcs and the villain was the prince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then there was the or I think he's like the king after they like all grew up. And then there was the and then the second arc it was like some um like it was some weird like being from like a different world or some shit. I would love to go into an explanation about that, but we're completely going off track here.
Right.
The best-selling console ever. Like it's stuff like that, right? We were told over and over again, like, oh, the PlayStation Vita is going to outperform the 3DS. Didn't happen, right?
Who was saying that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember that ever being an argument or even conveyed in any way. This man just completely pulled that out of his ass like a rabbit, dude.
Like this stuff is very, very commonplace. Like the Wii U specifically was put in this very particular position, a very specific position, where it had to deal with years of buildup of bad rep from game journalists, like holdovers from the Wii into the next generation, right? And Nintendo, the audience wasn't completely aware of the newsletter.
I like that he
the
long
Nintendo
pauses
Direct. So, like,
every time. Like, bro.
people simply didn't know about the console. And like game journalists did everything they possibly could to not talk about it.
People knew
and
about
instead
the console,
prop up
just not for a good reason.
Yeah, and they didn't want to buy it.
Like a lesser product, the PlayStation 4. Right. So for that
a lesser product, the PlayStation 4, with its somewhat decent launch lineup of Infamous Second Son, from what I know,
there's only like 3 there's only like 3 games that come on the top of my head that were like exclusives PS4, and those games weren't like AAA titles at all. They were pretty lackluster, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, if we're comparing Infamous Second Son to like 1 and 2, yeah. But like it was okay.
I from what I've seen, Second Son is definitely up there with 1 and 2. I know some people will like argue that 1 and 2 were just way better games. Like, yeah, I get it because Cole is a great character, but like Second Son wasn't bad. The DLC, on the other hand, was really, really good.
Yeah, Infamous Second Son suffered from what a lot of launch titles do, is like we need to show off all the specs and the hardware for this game. So like that's why a lot of the power-ups that Desmond.
I don't remember
Desmond.
Desmond. Yeah.
Desmond's powers were a lot were to show off the particle effects. That's why the first power he got was smoke.
Yeah, but it's like it takes a while. That's the thing though. Like, so chat, like, you have to agree with me on this. The Sony has a launch problem. And I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, but when the PS3, 4, and 5 came out, they kind of launch very underwhelming. Like, there's not like a lot of things.
Had like
there's
Demon
not
Souls?
a lot of things. Yeah, there's not a lot of things that will like grab you right away to convince you to buy the console. That's like most fucking launch
I think the
titles when you
Series
think
X
about
had
it.
Forza.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like it takes a while for the Sony consoles to start picking up and getting games on it.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like it's bad to judge a console based on its launch titles because I'm pretty sure like not everyone's gonna fucking buy a console for its launch titles. I'm pretty sure if people want to upgrade so that there's gonna be better games later down the road. So by using the logic of like, oh well, the console is shit because it has terrible launch titles is dumb, and it's
Mhm.
like you know, just people like to live in their imaginary fucking goddamn
Well,
concept
it
or
definitely hurts
reality
a
that they live
console
in.
at first. It definitely hurts it at first.
No, I agree with you on that. I still
Yeah,
like the game. I still like I still like these games that I had that I have and stuff. But
Mhm.
remember, a lot of these games took a while for them to come out. That's why a lot of these
Absolutely.
consoles take a while to build up to that point.
Yeah, husband and I
Generation
only
peop-
upgraded ours for the sake of Cyberpunk when it was announced.
People were like,
Yeah.
Buying
Released
PS4s.
or
They were,
whatever.
waiting for the games, waiting,
Buy
waiting,
that
waiting, waiting, and they were
Godfall.
just sitting there thinking that, like, wait, where
You
are the
should go
games?
fuck yourself for
Meanwhile,
bringing
like
that game
Nintendo
up.
fans were like swamped with games all
Godfall
throughout that.
was
No,
god
Nintendo
awful.
fans were not swamped with games. We were swamped with mediocrity. There's a difference.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, name one Mario game on the Wii U that isn't 3D World that was amazing.
With the new Super Mario game, the new Super Mario.
I was gonna say, I could tell you right now, that's a pretty big challenge to fucking hit me with. I know, but come
Right.
on, dude. You can't fucking sit there and say that shit. I don't think I could think of like a single fucking first party game other than like maybe Zelda and 3D World that were like games that I would want to play my Wii U for. The
That life
Wii U
cycle,
had some
right? Mario
terrible
Kart
Mario games. It was like dark times for Nintendo.
8 in 2014, which became a huge hit. Splatoon in 2015, right, which became a major new Nintendo IP.
But that's 2 years after the console was released.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's way after the fucking Wii U came
It's not
out.
a launch
Herman.
title.
Something tells me
Star
this
Fox
man's
Zero.
IQ is not very high.
Oh god, the Star Fox game was pretty mediocre.
Yep.
Let's see. Pikmin 3 was decent. There was Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I want to
X.
that was what, like 2 years as
I
well?
heard X wasn't really like amazing though. Like at least that's what I keep hearing.
It wasn't story-wise, but like gameplay, I really liked it. But keep in mind, I was like younger when I played it. All I'm saying is, I would love if we got like a port on the Switch.
Yeah,
the
that
game of the
fixes
year
the
for
bad frame rate issues because that's one of the reasons people didn't like that game. Was it was pretty horrendous.
It was very jittery. Even me, who like younger, I really couldn't care less if a game was 30 or like 60 FPS. But even I noticed, like, oh god, this is horrible.
2016. Like, we were just bombarded with games up until the release of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. One of the best games ever made.
Which,
and
by
a
the way,
game
was
that
on Switch.
Yeah. It was a
It launched on
transitionary
the
title.
Switch. Yeah.
Originally planned to be a Wii U exclusive, right? The Wii U objectively
No, it was not.
a huge success.
No, it was not. No, it was not. Shut the fuck up, Herman. Shut the fuck up. You did not just try to tell me that was originally supposed to be Wii U exclusive. No, it wasn't. Breath of the Wild was meant to be a fucking Switch exclusive. They ported it to the Wii U because they still wanted to like at least have people who had the Wii U obviously be able to play the game.
Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be a next-gen only game. They actually felt sorry for Wii U people, so they actually gave them one last game. There's no fucking way that it was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive. That game could no,
because
that's bullshit.
Because of the high quality product that Nintendo offered with it, right? Because of the smart decision they made getting away from traditional game journalism outlets with the Nintendo Directs. Like by the time the Switch came out, people were on board with the Nintendo Direct format. Everybody knew about it, and it was getting
I
very.
would argue was thanks to Smash Brothers ultimately, because like I swear, like every
Yeah.
do you remember Etika, man? He would be like every Nintendo Direct, he'd be
Yep.
waiting for like the next Smash Brothers update, the new character trailers and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. He would definitely prompt people to actually like give a fuck about the Switch. But the thing is, like, when the Switch launched, like, yeah, it had like great games on it. Again, though, it has a lot of, like, most consoles, it takes a while for it to get good. If you're buying the console on Switch and like expecting bangers right off the bat, you're kind of like an idiot. Because like that's not how consoles work.
Yeah, luckily the launch game it had was Breath of the Wild, which took people a while to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, oh my god, Herman, never change, Herman. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna subscribe to Herman. I'm gonna ring that bell for all notifications. I can't wait for that
You know
Herman release.
you know it's really funny, John. I literally unironically subscribe to him as well.
Herman, he's out here with his grind set. Okay, you listen, guys. One thing you can't say about Herman is that he doesn't stick he sticks to his beliefs. Okay, he's not a grifter. Okay, unlike these Sony and Xbox people.
Oh man.
Listen, Herman. Listen. Your boy out here supporting you. Actually, Herman, if you want, I would love to interview you. Let's set that up, Herman. Actually, you know what? Hey, hold on.
I would love to have a
Oh,
debate
God.
with this clown. I would genuinely fucking love to debate him.
Hang on. Okay, Herman. Okay, he still hasn't unblocked. Still hasn't blocked me yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the app. What we're gonna do is Herman. I want to interview. Please contact me.
Ask him if he
so
wants to talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
it up. You have very opinions, and they need. How do I word that? They have very unique opinions, and you
have a
Neat.
unique view of things.
have a very unique opinion, and it needs to be heard more.
Bro, there's no fucking way you're
Love
actually
the
gonna
content. Please reach out.
Oh, I'm crying right
God.
now.
And ladies and gentlemen, what you can do is you can retweet that so that way we can get Herman on board.
Oh my god, dude.
All right, so Moogle, before we end things off, is there anything you want to advertise real quick? I know you said you've been busy with work, but is there any side things you would like to advertise real quick?
Yeah, I'm actually coming back to streaming very soon on my YouTube channel. I restream on both Twitch and YouTube. If you want
awesome.
to if you want to follow me, you can follow me on either or. Little follow goes a long way, as people would say. I'm not here to really advertise. I was just here to have a good time. But like I said, if you want to watch my stuff, I do live streams of retro games, even some newer games. I do live Let's Plays. I record them and put them on my YouTube later. That's what I'm going to start doing at least, and pick up momentum on there. I should be getting a new camera very soon and a green screen. But glasses are going to take priority because I actually have to get new glasses because my vision is completely fucked. But as far as things go, no. I should be upgrading everything and just kind of doing a slow transition to doing content and stuff later down the road. But if you guys want to watch my stuff, you're more than welcome to. You can go on youtube.com/MoogleFantasy. And then on Twitch, it's Moogle Fantasy with an underscore because Twitch is gay and for some reason won't let me like use my actual username. I don't know. It's stupid. Anyway, if you want to follow me on there, you're more than welcome to.
Heck yeah, thank you. And Squatchin, is there anything you would like to advertise real quick?
Uh,
I know it's
No, I'm good.
Tuesday.
I know. Yeah, but Antebellum's out of town, so
Oh shoot, okay.
yeah.
Well, guys, we gotta thank the
No, it's
lovely-
gonna be pretty chill this week, I think.
Okay. Well, guys, before we head out, we gotta thank the lovely members of this channel. We have to thank the Super Nerd Threes, the ones who go further beyond in support of this channel, and that is Pigeon Salad, and then Seth. Thank you guys for, seriously, thank you for being such awesome supporters. And then we have the Super Nerd 2 tier, which goes to I Have Loved the Stars Too Fondly. They are the Ascended supporter. And then we have Super Nerd 1s, which you can join for just 99 cents. And it goes a long way in supporting the channel. You get exclusive members-only videos, and then you also get pre-show audio messages. First, we have the newcomer today, which is JK, sorry, not JK, J1K. And then we have Twilight Minna, Moody Morgan, Zaylen, Corlisis, King TL, John Bon Zombie, Panic Pun, Kha Cast, Mikan, McMuffin, Lady Nerdiest, Spectre, Jessica Pizzle, Daniel J, Annie, Marble, D-Max, Mike the Bike, and Peepaw Riveter. Thank you all for supporting the channel. And with that out of the way, guys, I hate to tell you this, but D&D was a bit more influential than you think.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Bye.
Bye.
You know, I think the song set up for shoot, guys. I swear we're professionals. I swear. There we go.
This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it stretched too far. Well, it has been knocked down, but some of us are still left here between the scars. And when you look around, all you ever notice is you cannot see the stars. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far, can never leave, 'cause they'll all lit against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all lit against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll all lit against me. You can never leave. But when the last door closed, you packed your clothes and went back to Montreal. Said it was colder there, a chill hangs in the air, it helps you forget it all. You left an empty bookshelf that I didn't fill till fall. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far, can never leave, 'cause they'll roll it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll roll it against me. You can never leave, 'cause they'll roll it against me. You can never leave. Well, it will fade as all things must. I loved you, but you didn't love me enough. Winter comes, the car will rust. I'll start it up, then always run a little rough. This is a first-rate town, and all you ever notice are the ways it stretched too far. They'll keep the death rates down, it's colder than a winter spent in defrosting cars. We talked a lot of leaving, didn't think you'd get that far. This is a first-rate town, you know. You just can't see very far.